wanna know what you're thinking.
Completely organized yet unorganized
You
chaos.
can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Front Row Negative, the podcast. I'm your host, Aaron, along with my bromate, Chris. What?
Yes, your boy Chris, aka Chris Diddy, aka I'm 40, so I'm old as hell, aka my sister bought me a damn cane for my birthday. Can you believe that?
Chris
Okay.
Diddy? That's the
Chris
first
Diddy.
reference you went through is Chris Diddy?
Yeah, because I
Out
have
of everything you all.
I have an old email address from back in the day when I wanted to join like online dating sites when I was really desperate and didn't want anybody to know who I was. So I made up Chris Diddy at hotmail.com. So feel free to email that because I'll never ever check it.
At hotdiddy.com or mozilla.com?
At farmersonly.com.
Farmers only, lonely farmers? Okay, well, tonight, I'm not even going to. Okay, tonight we have a special guest. We have pro wrestler in training, future 5-time champion, the real 5-time champion, and our guest, Hostage Hirsch or Clay. How do you want to go?
Cool.
How do you want to be referred to? Do you want to be referred as Hostage or Clay?
Hostage is cool. Clay's cool. I'm open to anything, man.
Awesome.
Don't say anything bad, bro.
eBay username ladiesman817 or whatever. Remember that Transformers?
No.
The Michael Bay movie? What?
I haven't watched
Nobody
it in so
remembers
long, man. It's been like a long
Nobody remembers Bayformers, not even Linkin Park.
Hey, man. That was the only line I remember was when the cop Transformer attacked Sam Witwicky. And goes, are you eBay username ladiesman217? That's what it was. eBay username ladiesman217.
You were pulling up references that nobody has heard of or even thought of in like 15 years.
Dude, I'm keeping it rando tonight, so
that is very random. That is very random.
I have an Astro t-shirt on. See, that's how random I am.
Yes, our viewers our listeners can see your Astro t-shirt right now. They are doing a great job looking at it and thumb-umming it as they are watching it.
This podcast is also available in Braille.
It is
right.
Yes, it is.
We need to really get on the level where we're at. You have to have a modicum of imagination and really kind of zero in on what we're doing here, or else you're not going to survive.
Absolutely.
We're three grown men looking at a monitor talking.
Yes,
but in reality, in the Matrix, we are playing playing Halo that hasn't come out yet.
Good with me, man.
Okay, Chris, how are you doing? It has been a long week.
Jeez, man, you ain't kidding. Look. You know, those who have been listening for the last 7 episodes or so, the 19 of you who still care, I work at an undisclosed comic shop in the greater Houston area, and I have been dealing, I don't know if people are spring cleaning or what the deal is, but everybody and their mama has got Pops or Pokemon. Yeah, look, see, Clay knows. He's got his whole setup back there, man.
Well, yeah, we can see his like wall of Pops behind him. He's got like the Great Wall of Pops. Which, funny enough, are made in China. So that's the Great Pop Wall of China.
Oh, man. Watch out for those Mongolians.
Watch out for John Cena. Watch out for Cena.
Dude.
Nobody's ever seen him.
Not the Americans.
No.
That's right. But no, man, it's been good, man. Just been working and as you know, and Clay, I think Clay probably knows. I'm a working artist as well. Mm-hmm. So I literally have deadlines looming over my head that I have to meet. So if you see me staring down, gentlemen, know that I'm here with you, but I'm also here at this desk. But no, anyway, that and like I said, everybody's been selling Pops like crazy at the store, man. We had a kid come in today with a Funko Fun Days, those tiki tubes.
Oh, the tiki tube.
Yeah, and one of them was a Freddy Funko Aquaman, and retail market value was like $700. He wanted me to give him legit $500.
Okay.
I was like, no, man. I was like, I don't know how many episodes of Pawn Stars you've watched, but don't work that weekend.
Best I can do is about
stumbling,
275.
Yeah, the best I can do is no.
Best thing to do is no.
Because like, dude, I offered him. Long story short is I offered him up to $400. He still said no. I was like, man, this is a brick and mortar store. We don't, I don't know what you think it says. This
You
is
offered him.
payout.
You offered him 400 on a tube that cost us 60 each one per each one.
Dude, that 400 is just for the one pop. The one pop.
Oh, for the one pop.
Yeah.
Well, how much for all of them? Did you offer for all of them, or just only the one?
No, I did them all separately because just that way I could break it down for him, like what money was where. We ended up getting a little tiki guy. I'll send pictures of it tomorrow when I go to work.
Wait, is it? I'm going through mine because I forget which one I have. Is it Dino?
That sounds right. Is it a blue tiki guy?
Yeah, blue. If you look up,
it is legit that same exact one.
Okay, so I got Dino. So that's one. I forget what I had. I got Merman Freddy from Masters of the Universe.
No, it wasn't that one. It was Freddy
Wasn't that
Funko as Aquaman, Dino, and
I have Rick Freddy from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it was some other Freddy. It was another Freddy Funko, but I think it was like a baseball one or something. I don't know, man.
The baseball one.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what my life has been like. I've just been people slinging toys and comics at me, want me to pay their mortgage, and
there you go. They got kids, man. They just need their money, bro.
Yeah, Heath Slater came through, man. He's been having, he's had time. I mean, he got nothing but time.
Man, I've been feeling like Heath Slater lately, dude. All these kids I got running around.
I'm not seeing that, man.
Yeah.
Get you a hobby, man. Jesus.
I do. I have a bunch of hobbies.
Oh, we know
but
you do.
I have no hobbies at the same time.
That's usually how it works. That's definitely how it works.
Yeah.
So, Clay, how are you doing?
Not too bad, guys.
It is Friday evening. We are home. Two of us are fathers. One of us, eventually, future father.
It'll get you, bro.
Eventually. On a Friday night talking. So how are you doing, sir? I know you must be tired, especially with the twins.
Man, believe it or not, the twins are easier than my older kids. I have my son, he's 4, and my daughter, she's 3, and they are crazy. Like they're up the walls, just up on your leg 24/7. The twins, they literally don't make a sound unless it's not eating. They're hungry. Other than that, they are easy.
Oh wow!
It blew my mind. I was expecting just chaos.
Wow. I'll just one tip of advice: baby Benadryl is only $5 a bottle at Walgreens. 2 drops equals 2 lights out. That's all I'm saying. Put in the apple juice. Put in the grape juice.
Heisenberg of Benadryl over here, man.
Hey,
man, I'm telling you.
Never let the kids overrun you.
No,
you gotta keep your pin pan strong.
El Soy Gallo way.
Pretty much. Wow. So that's good. That's good to hear. So first segment that we do every show is what are you watching, what are you playing, what are you reading, and what are you listening to? This is something that we do just to kind of get things going, get things talking on the show. And it's also interesting because you might find new shows that we haven't thought of, or new books, or just something new in general that we enjoy talking about. But first, we do have one other announcement too. Coming down for the godfather of the Streamcast, Dwayne, he has officially given us permission that we are leaving the PG era of our show, and we're jumping back to the future going forward of the Attitude Era. So we can officially talk like grown-ass adults now without any problems. He has okayed that. He has given us the blessing because, as he put it, he does not want to edit out cursing and profanity. So he has given us permission to do that.
Fuck yeah!
So what you're saying is we're primarily ready for old women giving birth to hands,
right?
Pudding matches,
pretty much,
and HLA. Is that what you're saying to me? We
are bringing back Benoit.
Oh my God!
That's how we start.
Too soon? Too soon? Maybe.
or maybe
you guys with kids. Hey,
or maybe not soon enough. I don't know.
Oh man. Oh man. Can you imagine if that were the shirt that Chris Benoit had when he that was his gimmick? I got
I got kids.
I can't
Or
even say
Man.
it.
or no. Past tense. I had kids on his shirt.
Oh, God.
Dang, man. This is taking
Mm.
a hard left turn.
It did. It did.
Or
Right into the
Owen
driveway.
Hart's gimmick is, "Hey, let's hang out."
Let's hang out.
Oh,
All right, all right. I'm
cables anyone?
sorry.
Cables anyone?
Jeez.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm just
Hey,
trying to
those-
fit in, man.
You hear that? You hear Blaine with those instant reverts? He's like, "Oh no."
Hey, those home gyms aren't going to build themselves.
You're right. You need your kids. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair, a family feud.
Let's just walk around the house. Let's hug it out. Let's hug it out.
Go here. The sleepers for
Uh,
everybody.
God.
You know, with that family, if anybody ever choked, they don't know how to do the Heimlich maneuver.
Not one of them.
Not any
Ooh.
one of them.
Is this dark side of the pod? Is that what we're doing
Pretty
I'm
now?
telling you,
It
man.
got really dark.
It
It got really
Jeez.
dark. It did.
It did.
Okay.
Golly.
So we'll start with Chris. What are you watching? What are you playing? What are you reading? And what are you listening to? Anything new or continuation?
Yeah, no, I've definitely been trying to expand my horizons for the show, if nothing else,
Yes.
because I feel like I haven't been contributing very much in that way. Because honestly, I really don't have time, but I'm making time. So,
Yes.
obviously, with the advent of Loki hitting our Disney Plus
Mhm.
streams, my Wednesdays, I'm looking forward to those, not only because of, I guess Fridays are AEW now, but when it was Wednesdays, it was AEW. Now it's Loki.
Yes.
I know we might be in mixed company here, so I can't say too much about episode 2, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I have been listening to a podcast that I heard another podcast talk about. The Piketown Massacre. That sound familiar to either one of you?
No.
Okay.
I like the name, but
It
it
sounds
doesn't ring
cool.
any bells.
It is crazy as shit. It is intense. Ooh, that felt so liberating. Shit, ass fuck, shit, bitch. All right, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
All right, calm down there, Jericho. Calm down.
Oh.
we're pushing the boundaries of PG radio here. No, Piketown Massacre basically, without giving too much away on it, if anyone's interested, literally two different families, two affluent families from rural Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
One daughter from the family, one son from the other family, started to create their own family.
Okay.
They split up. One half of the family, one part of the family has 8 of its members who all live in the same street, murdered.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's the basis. That's the basis of the podcast.
Okay.
And it's a true crime podcast, and they legit break down like evidence and court proceedings and shitty cops, and these are like I didn't know what the hell an Ohio redneck was, but apparently they exist, and these dudes are not around, man.
Okay.
And so if you're interested in anything true crime, I mean, you know me, I love horror, and I'll listen to horror stuff all day. Which there's another podcast I listen to, which I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to get back to you on that. It's on Spotify. Tune in next week. But Piketown Massacre has been interesting, and it's still an ongoing thing. It's not like it's done. They've been updating it as court proceedings happen.
Okay.
Very interesting, because you know how it is. They've had like the Richard Ramirez stuff on Netflix, and they've been talking about the Sons of Sam.
Yes.
And all these different things. My wife, when she first found out that I was into this shit, she thought it was crazy. And it's like, no, listen, it's not like I'm planning anything. I'm not taking notes here. I'm simply, the word is not fascinated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm simply
Intrigued.
Yeah, a mixture of maybe a little fascinated because it's insane. It's fucking insane, but it's a mixture of like intrigued, fascinated, mind blown, like dumbfounded as to why people do some of the shit they do.
I understand now, since we were at the mall that same day that serial killer was at the mall and killed the person in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing.
Okay. Wait. What?
Disney story.
Okay, so in the
Speaking of a left turn,
We went
Yeah.
to Willowbrook. It was at Willowbrook.
yeah, Willowbrook out in Spring, out towards Spring.
yeah,
North
yeah.
Houston. There was a guy who was legit going around just killing people, like going up to their house, knocking on the door, blasting them.
Well, he
Okay.
killed the person at a mattress firm.
Yeah, and then he killed a person at the mattress firm, which was right outside of the mall that we were at that day.
And then they have him on video walking through the mall.
They have him on video walking through the mall at the same time we were there, which begs the question: how many fucking psychos are out there that
Mhm.
you don't know that you're walking? You literally could be like in the same line with them at Walmart or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is.
So, like,
and
how
that's
many times have you had like a serial killer or something in front of you or behind you while you're checking out? You know, you're just picking up some milk and you got a dude, he's like plotting some shit behind you.
Dude, yeah, exactly. That guy behind you just killed 2 old people in a house and took their Pinto or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
Right? And so, like,
Dang.
that is the weird shit because, you know, I love horror because I know the shit's not real. I enjoy the storytelling,
Mhm.
but there are crazy people and they are doing crazy shit and they're doing it feet away from you and you never
Yep,
know. It's insane.
That's true.
So,
Well,
yeah.
you made a comment there about horror not being real. So I got okay to go on that point. Do you believe the Warrens were real and their exploits, or were they con artists?
I think they were conjuring up a lot of hooey for sure. But,
Okay.
you know, do I think they're, I mean, obviously they're real, but do I think what they did was real? To some degree, yes. Because do I think there's like, and this is not begging the question of you and what your spiritual beliefs are, nothing like that. But do I think
Yeah.
there's shit out there we don't see every day? You're absolutely right, dude.
Okay.
Of course.
Do I know that it's necessarily angels or demons or monsters or ghosts or poltergeists or shit? No, I don't know that. If I did, you know, I'd be a clairvoyant. I'd be, you know, doing who
Yeah.
knows what. But like, do I believe that the potential exists for that to be out there? 100%. And
Okay.
you know what? There's so many of those stories that we need to save that for October. So y'all gonna have
Okay.
to keep listening because I've got some shit I can tell you about. Do I think I've experienced things? Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
But yeah, do
Okay,
I think
so-
that they were 100% on the up and up? No.
Okay. So halfway to October, we were letting you know that this will be all on our October episode.
Boom. There you
Ghost
go.
stories. Future episode with October.
It'll be available
So that-
in Braille as well.
Available in Braille as well. That's
Available
right.
in Braille.
Oh wow, this is so spooky.
We'll call it things that go bump in the night because you know Braille is bumps.
This is so funny. This is so funny, dude.
so wait, so if people are reading Braille, if you know blind people are reading Braille, and they're reading a horror story, do they get goosebumps on their arms? And do they just feel the goosebumps and to continue the story, or how does that kind of go out?
You
I
got
don't
me,
know,
man.
I've never run my fingers across a bunch of bumps and been like, ooh. So I don't know.
Do they shiver?
This is awful.
Just random questions. Just random questions. Okay, so is that everything that you've read, watched, listened to, and all that, or?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, you know, you mentioned the Warrens. So I did watch The Conjuring 17 or whatever the hell it was.
You mean Cash Grab 3, The Devil Made Me Buy It?
The devil made me stream it. Yeah.
AKA The Shining, part 3 or 4 now.
Yeah.
Man.
Pretty-
You know, at this point, we're just a snake eating our own tail.
Dr. Sleepless Nights?
Oh, God. You know, man. I mean, how many times can you reinvent the wheel, man? Like, Aaron, how many
Yeah.
times are you, or Clay for that matter, like, you watch horror, Clay? Are you really into horror movies
I
and stuff like that?
love it. Love it.
Dude, look
Okay.
at his chair behind him. He's got an upside down cross on a coffin.
Oh, God. Well, to be fair, I'm also on my iPhone, so, like,
Okay.
He's-
we have a
he's-
shrine to the fiend.
his
I mean,
whole window, I can tell those are pops on either side of whatever that shrine situation is.
Yeah.
But he's the size of a postage stamp on my screen, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on back there. But I believe it now that you've told me.
Okay.
I thought you'd be bigger. Is this Swayze and Roadhouse? I thought you'd be bigger.
Oh man, or Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Do some throat ripping.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
my finish. That's the finish.
I thought. What about
Okay.
closet
All right. Closet hanging?
banging?
Yes.
Closet banging.
Yes.
Oh, closet banging.
That-
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
yes.
Anyway,
So-
Banging and fanging.
Okay, so
Banging.
Banging and Banging True Blood is the
No,
the name of the
no.
finish?
Banging and banging, son. Gangrel over here.
Gangrel.
Yeah.
oh god.
Oh man. Okay.
We're-
So,
we're-
Chris, you're
is
asking
it
about
possible to
Conjuring
go
3?
more off the rails? I think we're doing it.
We are.
There are no
This
tracks.
is going to be the less downloaded episode than the past one that we've done. Okay, so your mission Conjuring 3, Chris. Cash Grab 3, Dr. Sleepless Nights.
Yeah, man. My whole point was I was trying to make was that there's not. I mean, how many times can we reinvent the wheel? I'm not. I mean, nothing scares me anymore. Nothing impresses me anymore. Nothing shocks me anymore. You know, how many times can you turn it on its ear? How many times can you attempt to make it fresh? And you're like, oh, when the whole entire thing is a trope and everything's a trope of a trope of a trope, what do you have anymore?
I will give them credit for this movie. They did not introduce a side story character for a spinoff. In the first Conjuring, we got Annabelle. Second Conjuring, we got the Nun. Third Conjuring, we didn't get a spinoff.
Okay,
But
yeah.
we're gonna be done after 20. Like, come on, dude. I was waiting for like at least another 15, man. Come on.
Well, I'm sure Annabelle will have a spinoff, and then the Nun will have a spinoff. And I think they're doing the Janky Man from Part 2. Will have a spinoff too. So they have plenty to work with.
Is the Annabelle spinoff going to be called like what, Darlene or something? And she's just like a little
it's her daughter,
little doll or something.
It's her daughter Isabel to keep the thing going.
Oh, the bells.
Well, see what's going to happen, Clay, is that La Llorona is trying to get all the Infinity Bones.
Infinity Bones.
Yeah, she's trying to take over the whole entire galaxy and get rid of half of the.
Wait.
The
don't you mean the Infinity Chunkless?
Infinity Chocolate, that's right. You know, and she's gonna hit you with that. You know, she's gonna clean up her crime scenes with that Infinity Fabuloso.
The space Chocolate hits you from the other side of the room. The power Chocolate knocks you across the room.
Oh man!
And the only one that
Death
can
by
save us is Elaine Warren. So it's gonna be called Annabelle Infinity Whores.
Don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope. Give me tacos. Don't give me hope. Give me tacos. That's the slogan.
That's it.
All right. So Clay, what have you been watching or reading, listening to, or playing?
Man, I haven't really got to play anything since
Okay.
the twins were born. I've just kind of been preoccupied and helping my wife out, and which I mean, she's just a rock star, dude. But she doesn't even need me. I'm just here. But yeah, she could do it all by herself, and like nothing. But I was playing. I started playing that Undead Army 4.
Oh, Zombie Army 4.
Yeah, the Zombie Army 4. I played that a little bit. I got into Snow Runner a lot lately, like a lot before. Like I started playing that a lot, and had a blast with it. But I kind of got bored.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going back to Call of Duty, and I was going back to Rocket League as well. But I haven't had the time, man. Just haven't been into it really.
So what's your car choice in Rocket League? What's your car?
Like the A-Team van, but I just blacked it out, just murdered it out.
Nice. I'm trying to get Chris to jump into Rocket League now since it's free. You just have to buy the skins and everything. It is officially free. You can unlock cars, you can buy the summer passes, or you can buy exclusive skins. And
we talked about this. I want my
we did.
Bronco.
And
or Mercury, or a 95 Mercury Grand Marquis.
Yes, that is true.
Right.
And for me,
don't roll down.
And for me, Christine would be a great DLC content that they would need to add. A great DLC car.
They gotta have gotta put Dragula in there, and they gotta have Rob Zombie on the front of it, just hopped up like Rat Fink. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, if we're talking about Rob Zombie, then it's not gonna be him on the front. It's gonna be his freaking.
It's gonna be his wife.
It's gonna be his wife on the car.
Sherry's gonna be on the hood.
That Egyptian mummy that he calls a wife up on the hood.
Someone says she's a living dead girl.
She's a leathery dead girl. She's leathery.
Some said she's a demonoid phenomenon.
Oh man.
Yeah. We'll talk about them later because we have some news involving them much later. Some depending on what you fall on, good or bad. We'll talk about them later. But Rocket League, I love that. That game is always fun. I haven't played it in a while, but I need to jump back into that one.
I actually got back in. Like, was it? Dwayne last week was the guest.
Yeah, Dwayne was last week.
Y'all were talking about it last week, and I was at work, and I was like, man, I ain't played Rocket League in a long time. It's like I went and re-downloaded it and started playing it, and I was like, man, this is fun. Like, why did I delete this?
Dude, it's a fun game. The only thing I don't like about Rocket League is the basketball version, like the one where you have to get the ball up into the hoop. I do not like that. It is too hard. It's too difficult for me. Not a fan
miserable.
of it. It is a little time consuming and miserable for me. But I love the hockey version of it where you have to do the puck because it looks like a giant. It looks like a giant Oreo cookie that you're like hitting around the ring.
Can you in the basketball version? Can you flop?
I don't think they have LeBron flops in the game.
Like the car needs to flip upside down and grab its leg. Oh man!
Oh my god!
Like the tires deflate and they pop. You can't drive anywhere.
And it just like spills a little oil on the ground, like for tears.
For tears.
Oh man.
Yeah. That would be hilarious if they actually did a LeBron car and the tires blow out as soon as you like drive like 5 feet.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
At this point, it would be a Space Jam car, wouldn't it?
Can you imagine a Dennis Rodman car running around? It'd be like half the time it'd be in the NWO and be hopped up on all kinds of crap.
Oh, okay. If Dennis Rodman was going to be in Rocket League, I would say that he would be in like that giant bubble that he was in with that Van Damme movie that they fell to Earth in. So he'd be in that giant inflatable bubble running around as himself.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I was just kind of hoping for a rag top, with different color options.
There you go. There you go.
And maybe some what do they call it? The when they put the skirts around the car, like it'd be like a wedding skirt around it.
Wait, didn't he have like a pink Cadillac when he showed up to get married himself? He had that pink Cadillac, or was it something else?
Right. I think that's right. It sounds right.
It sounds
Maximum Overdrive. Give me a Green Goblin truck, man.
Oh, that would be cool. But if you have that Mack truck, which is a Mack truck with a Green Goblin on it, you'd have to have the other famous Mack truck in there as well. Optimus Prime.
Oh, Large Marge from
Optimus.
Yeah.
You got to get Peter Cullen to start doing some voice work. Get him a paycheck.
I am 147 years old.
I need
Autobots roll out and score a goal.
Have erectile dysfunction.
Oh man!
Please, for the love of God, roll out.
Is this where we do the Talk Is Jericho ad in play? You know what Optimus really needed? He really needed some Blue Chew.
That sounds ED sounds great. We want to hear more about that. But first, let's talk about Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
Dude, I was listening to one of his. It was like I think it was like 6 months ago. He was talking, and it was like a super serious conversation, and like you didn't even hear any kind of cut anywhere in there. It was just so like smooth and just a good transition. He's like, yeah, that's that's really sad. And my cats get really sad when they don't have their Friskies litter or some shit. I was like, "Are you serious right now?" I was like, "What?"
I think I remember that.
I think I remember that one.
It was the Benoit. He was talking about Benoit, the Dark Side of the Ring.
The Dark Side
he's
guy?
talking.
Oh yeah.
And he's talking about the moment, and then all of a sudden he starts going in about the cereal. He starts talking about cereal.
The magic
speaking
spoon
of
or
serial
something?
killers.
Yeah, Magic Spoon.
Yeah. But I was
He's
like,
like
Jericho, you kill me, dude. You kill me with this.
He was talking to Chavo. He was talking to Chavo.
Oh,
And they're
man.
going on about the Benoit story about with the son David with the other son. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's really sad. You know what's also sad is when I don't get my cereal that I want in the morning." And I'm like,
Oh.
and I rewinded it to make sure I heard what I heard because he went from being sad about someone's dad dying into sad about not having his Fruity Pebbles flavored healthy cereal.
It's totally
in
the
the
same
morning.
thing. It's totally the same feeling. I mean, you got to have the magic spoons, man.
Look, man, if you don't eat your cereal fast enough, it gets soggy and you get sad.
Nobody wants that.
And nobody wants you to be sad. So,
Nobody wants
like,
you to be
if
sad.
you are a serial killer, if you don't kill fast enough, you get sad.
Yes.
So are you saying So Magic Spoon sponsors serial killers.
I mean, it's a promotion that writes itself, Aaron.
It
They-
does. It could.
They kill the cereal in the bowl.
Serial killers.
A spoonful of dedication goes a long way. You know what I mean?
That's it. And they use strawberry milk, so it resembles blood.
Coming soon, Dexter the cereal.
Oh my god.
I'd buy it.
Okay, so have you watched anything, Clay? Have you watched anything like or read anything or?
Back to the playing. I forgot. I know you guys would probably both like this if you haven't already played it. The Dying Light. Have y'all played that?
I've not played it.
Or,
I haven't.
Or no, Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. That's it. Dead by Daylight.
Yes.
I've been
There's-
wanting to. I haven't gotten around to it. I know you can probably download it at this point. I'm sure it's not very expensive because it's got all
It's on
kinds
Game
of
Pass.
DLCs, right?
I think it's on
The-
Game Pass too.
Okay.
The Dead by Daylight it's on Game Pass.
I think it is. I want to say it is.
I picked it up a couple months ago and it was like $30.
Oh, okay.
But I think I got like a Michael Myers, the Shape in there since they can't use his name in it.
Yeah.
But I got him. I think I got the Chainsaw, and I think I got Leatherface in there as well. But no, that's a pretty fun one. It gets really irritating.
Can
That's
you
what I've
imagine
heard.
if Aaron's head would explode if they brought Leslie Vernon into the game?
Oh, I would love that if they brought Leslie Vernon in.
Put Leslie
Or
Vernon in there.
that, or I want Sam.
Yeah.
Sam from
Ooh,
Trick or
Sam
Treat.
or Leslie Vernon. Oh my god.
You're
You know what?
welcome, dude.
I'm gonna have to go Leslie Vernon because he's got the cardio.
He's got the cardio.
That's true.
Yep.
He's got the cardio.
Well, then with Sam, it's like he would go nuts when he loses his mask, right? Like he's a little shit with the burlap sack, but once
Yeah.
he loses his mask, he's full feral. He's like Wolverine Berserker Barrage. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, Sam is basically Loki. Leslie Vernon is Black Panther. If you're gonna compare them to, or Batman, compare them to superheroes, because Leslie Vernon has the prep time, the cardio, and he uses the shadows and dark stuff to kind of move around. Sam fucks with your mind. He's hiding. He's setting things in motion. He tricks you. He does all of that. Two different types of gameplay, which would be amazing. But playing as Leslie Vernon just to do like parkour type gazelle speed to kill somebody off, and then sawing tree branches to prep stuff up, that would be hilarious. That would be fun.
Just go ahead and gimmick the hook. Be like, look,
Yeah.
we're gonna put him up there, but we're just gonna go ahead and gimmick the hook anyway. That way he slips off, and I'm right there. I just throw him right back. No problem.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Just give him a little hope. Give him that hope spot, man.
Oh, I love that movie. Love that movie.
It was really good.
It is. It really is.
Clay's over here working the crowd, man. You got to be doing with a professional here in the squared circle. Apparently.
Hey, that's how you do it.
Got some storytelling chops ready to go, man. No one.
That's how you do it.
Listen to the crowd. Come on.
We trying to, man. We trying.
That
awesome.
is that's how you do it. So-
As far as reading, I haven't read like a whole lot of books lately. When I was in the hospital, I picked up with my wife. I picked up Drew McIntyre's book,
Okay.
and I started reading through that. I didn't get very far, but it was, from what I read, it was pretty good, and I needed to finish it.
Okay.
Was it written in Scottish?
Yeah, he was written just like this. He read everything just like that. I sounded like Ghost there. I didn't even sound Scottish.
What they call it, Gaelic? It's just like all this Gaelic language and you can't even speak. You're like, what the hell? Am I
Yeah.
looking at here? It's
Yeah.
gibberish.
Like, how did you read that?
I thought I bought this book in America.
Yeah. No, it was a cool $22, and you got a book that you can't even read, man.
We have to decipher because there's two types of Scottish people that are known in the world. You have your Drew McIntyres and you have your Meridas, and that's really it. So
man, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not big in Scotland yet, so we'll get there eventually.
We don't have any dings in Scotland.
Nope, not yet.
We're gonna talk about more heart shingles.
Hot shingles.
God, what am I?
We're in
Sean
Texas.
Connery. Sean Connery. Do what?
Sir Sean Connery.
Yeah, we have a lot of hot shingles here.
Shingles have been very hot lately.
Oh,
the past
wow.
week they've been scorching, dude.
Rough.
Some flaming shingles.
That
Some
sounds like
flaming shingles.
the next kind of like brand of Pringles, like next flavor of Pringles.
Oh,
Oh man.
it comes with a free test.
Yes.
It comes with minimum wage and no health coverage. That sounds horrible.
Ooh,
Oh,
Frito-Lay, man, they got to step it up.
I'm
they
telling
do.
you.
They definitely do. They definitely do. So,
Watching wise, I'm trying to think like watching wise. I did watch Conjuring 3. I watched it, I think the day after it came out.
okay.
Thought it was pretty decent. I fell off on the whole Conjuring series and like the little mini side stories and stuff. So I went back and I was trying to start watching those again.
Okay.
And ended up watching The Nun, and I watched Annabelle Creation in like the same night. And I said those are actually pretty decent.
I didn't like the first Annabelle movie. I started watching the second one, and I was sort of getting into it, but I couldn't finish it. The Nun, I just thought was garbage.
Really?
It had a good premise. It had a good premise, but if you've seen the movie Lights Out, it's somewhat the same, but
That's
with
true.
the Conjuring brand on it. It's like the same. To me, it was the same thing.
He said
I'm
it's
trying to
a
think
great
of Lights
value
Out.
Fruit Loops.
It's the Nun is
Flavor
Lights Out from
Holes.
Big
Wish.
ass bag of
It's
great
Lights Out
value
from Wish.
horror.
Yeah. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it.
And to your point, I think that's why when I just to clarify, when I say like we're running out of original material, so I'm talking.
Mhm.
Man. Like I think, like if I slap this desk right now out of nowhere, you'd be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
It didn't scare you. You're just like, "Hey, that was dumb. Why did you do that?"
Totally.
Yeah.
You know what I
uncalled
mean? It's not like you're scared. You're like, "What a dick move, man! This is
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so frightened. The door slammed." Like, yeah, people slam doors all the time. Generally,
that-
ghosts do it.
People
I'm
are
shocked.
rude,
That's
man.
true.
People are
Yeah,
rude.
no.
They just slam doors.
Well, Clay, I remember we talked a while back, and I asked, and I think I didn't suggest a movie to you then, but I think I texted you this. The movie Psycho Gorman.
Yes.
Were you able to check that out?
Yes. The day you texted me that, you texted me at like 3, and you're like, dude, get on, or you tagged me in it on Facebook, and you're like, dude, go, you have to watch this movie. And I was like, all right, I'll put it on my list. And I got home from work, and I went in there and watched it, and I was just like, dang, my hunky boys, man.
The Hunky Boys. Yes.
The hunky boys. Not my hunky boys.
Oh yes.
It was like, it threw me for a loop. But and I think I did text you like later on that night. I was like, dude, this is like a knockoff like Power Rangers movie. Like these are like the knockoff Power Ranger villains, dude.
Yes. Yes. but like a violent version of the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
It's just so different, and the practical effects. There's no CGI. It's all practical.
Yeah.
Which
nothing
makes it
too
even
crazy.
better. Yeah. So yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
It was totally different. I wasn't expecting it, but I was like, yeah, that's a good hour and a half. I'm cool with that.
That's
So
what
good.
we don't get enough of, man. We don't get enough practical effects, and nothing impressive, dude. That's the thing, man. Another thing, all the special effects, like Tom Savini, to this day, still creates great practical effects.
He does.
But like when you're watching these Saw movies and shit, and the guy's head gets smashed by 2 things of like giant blocks of ice or whatever the hell it is, like
R.I.P. Donnie.
yeah, right. I'm desensitized, man. Desensitized to digital horror. Like, it does not impress anymore. Like, and I hate that it does that to me. I hate that I'm no longer like, oh shoot, like I don't have that feeling anymore.
That is true.
Which I can't. I just watched all the Saws recently too, and I did it so I could watch Spiral, just get back all into it again. And I haven't even watched Spiral yet, so like I just wasted a bunch of time.
I went through all of them recently too. Yeah.
Because they're all on HBO Max.
Yeah, they're all in. Yeah, wait. Yeah, they're all on HBO Max.
I know that's where I watched them at least. I was like, I'm not going to buy all these things, but I'll watch one for free for sure.
Yeah. Well, I know I bought recently it's all 8 movies. It's Saw 1 through Jigsaw, and it was like $13 at Target on Blu-ray. So you got all the movies plus the digitals for $13.
Dang.
Damn.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
No. So I've got that somewhere.
Which Saw was it? I think it was 5, or it might have been the 6th one. But they had the dude on the like the flat table, and they had his arms like restricted. He had to put his hands through the machine, like to the deals, and like drill through him or cut through him or something.
Yeah.
But if he didn't get it in time, like the big like pendulum swinging.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, come through and like chopped him up, dude. Me and my wife, she doesn't watch any of that stuff, and I was sitting there watching. She saw it. And she's like, "Oh my god, what is happening, dude?" She's like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Like that was terrifying.
Yeah. My wife was the same way. Because I was watching part 7 and I watched part 8, and she came in there and she wasn't into the gore and everything, but the twist in it's basically a detective story with
Pretty much.
gore and twists, and she got into it because of the mystery behind it, and we finished it, and she was like, "Huh, okay, whatever," and then she kind of went back to what she was doing. But it was just it's the Saw movies. I think are overall they're good, but some of the storylines and the prep time and the prep work and like the overlays are just they're really scraping the barrel to make everything fall into place from one guy's like planning.
Yeah, because they're not writing.
It's
these
too
movies-
much.
They're not writing these movies 3 movies ahead, man. They're waiting for the box office return to see if they can make a
Yeah.
dime off of it. And then like,
Yeah.
oh shit, let's write a script real quick and let's tie some shit together that made no sense from the last 2 movies.
Pretty
Exactly,
much.
but let's just find a way to. We're just
Pretty
gonna say
much.
it does, but it really doesn't.
Exactly.
much.
Exactly.
But yeah, I still haven't seen Spiral yet, and I do want to see it. I just haven't.
I'm
Rented
more,
it.
my morbid curiosity is to see if I can take Chris Rock seriously in anything.
From what I heard,
I don't know.
from what I've heard, his role is the same as his role was in Lethal Weapon 4, where he's not funny. He's trying to be serious, but he has a lot of dark humor. So it's kind of mimicking that tone, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah,
maybe he wants to be the next Jordan Peele or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
well, if only Jordan Peele could write a good movie other than Get Out.
Ooh.
Oof. Hey man, I enjoyed Us. To be honest with you.
I am sorry. Us had a great, amazing trailer. It got me hooked. The movie, hot garbage. Great soundtrack, garbage movie.
What was it that threw you off on the movie? Was it like kind of like his message on the social climate stuff, or was it?
I think it was the over explanation of the underground and him having to explain everything of what and why they were doing. That if he left a lot more mystery and left a lot more like plausibility to the story, I think it would have been better. But he had to over inform everybody of the story, and I think that's what took away from it. There was no mystery to it anymore, and I think having a little bit of mystery to a story adds fear to it, which would have made it scary. But he didn't do that.
Yeah, you're right.
So
you have a fair point there, because we look at I don't know about you guys. I most really don't watch Monday Night Raw anymore. I just throw it on in the background and I listen to it. And Vince McMahon, his
so hard.
think I'm so stupid that I just can't wipe my own ass. Like I don't need everything. I can put, like, to your point, Aaron, I can put 2 and 2 together. Like, I mean, you can give me the breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty smart feller. But like,
I'm pretty smart. You don't have to spell it out and then sound it out for me. I can put it together, but
right.
that's. But yeah, I thought Get Out was great. Us had a better trailer, had a better teaser trailer.
That's
but
fair.
That's just me. So, was that everything that you've watched, Clay? Or
I watched
Okay.
just a ton of wrestling. I mean, I try to watch Monday Night Raw as much as I can. Like I try to find the bright spots, but it's just been a ton of reruns. SmackDown's been a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. I will.
I mean, they've kind of wasted Raw. I think, like, and this will sound marky, and I mean, you've seen the Fiend Shrine and stuff behind me.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're killing Raw by keeping him away. Like, I understand he was dealing with some like mental issues and stuff like that. Because I mean, that stuff happens. It's real,
Yeah.
But man, it's such a reach with the Alexa Bliss character kind of thing. It's such a reach, man. Like, come on.
That is very true. That is very
gone
true.
are the days of magic, man. We're too smart for that, right?
Yes.
This is true.
You gave us penultimate realism with the Attitude Era. You made wrestling real for us. You showed us who Scott Hall and who Kevin Nash were.
I think. I think one of the things that kind of killed kayfabe and kind of started killing that mysticism that wrestling has It's Tough Enough. The reality show Tough Enough,
Yeah,
because
that's a good point,
they
too.
dropped the curtain to show the training process to become a wrestler, and you had people who shouldn't have been on the show to bring in ratings that were on the show, and I think that really kind of killed the mysticism.
Yeah,
So-
was it Chris Nowitzki and Maven that were on the first season?
Yes.
I didn't watch anything past that. Once Nowitzki came out as a varsity football guy or whatever the hell he was, and Maven just came out as a douchebag. Like,
Yeah.
Well, wrestler.
I
Like,
think season 1. Well, we also got Josh and John Morrison from season 1 as well.
Oh, Johnny
John Morrison
Nitro.
was that?
Johnny Nitro, yeah, John Morrison, Johnny Nitro.
Wasn't he the first,
Yep.
the first winner?
Yeah,
Maven
wow.
was on the Surreal Life with Tony Katane and Cece DeVille.
he was. Yeah, Maven was on there.
Yeah, he's on
He was.
I was watching that the other day. What Bacon was watching? The Surreal Life with Maven.
Guys, just get her on camera, man. She's got to be a part of this. She's got to be.
No,
come on.
it's better with her. It's better with her off camera because you don't know what's going to be said next. The mysticism is there. We can't kill her
Yeah.
gimmick. We can't kill her gimmick right now.
Yeah, you know what? And we didn't realize it until Dwayne affirmed it for us that she's actually a very big cog in this machine right now. Because especially if we had a video element and you see me talking to you, like my
Yeah.
wife, it's like Tony Katane was also. And it's like,
Cece DeVille, Florence Anderson, and Maven. And they had a contest to vote him on there. It's funny.
Yeah, with his white tights.
Yeah.
Not a good look. Not a good look unless you're Seth Rollins.
Yeah, just
yeah,
don't
don't hold your breath,
streaks.
plan. It'll never happen
Just don't give
again.
me streaks.
Yeah, they're not gonna let him have the white tights back, man.
No, he won't.
They gave him the Pete Dunne, and it was awful. It was a horrible decision.
Oh, those are
Dude,
bad.
Damian Priest when he had the white gear was it in your house?
Yeah.
Was it in your house? Yeah.
It
was
yeah,
in
it was
your
like 2 or 3 in your houses ago. And yeah, it was some nice gear.
Best white hair is Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
As I said that, I was looking over in the corner because I got like little figures like the Lucy's and like here and there, and I've got like the Seth Rollins little block over there. I got a Finn Balor one, and I got like a Taker one, and
Yeah.
right on front with the Seth Rollins one. It's the skunk hair with the white tights. I was like, that's it right there.
I'm going to counterpoint your off-screen wife with best white gear. A, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels, Iron Man match,
This is true.
or currently White Ranger Xavier Woods.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
So
Yeah, those
Pretty
are two elites I'd like to have as those
Yeah.
current New Day ones.
So I'll finish
That'd be
off
pretty
this
cool.
segment with because I didn't really do too much. I actually plunged myself into and marathoned one TV show, and then I actually have something that I've read. So I watched the Mighty Ducks show that's on Disney Plus. It's basically a PG version of Cobra Kai, but with the Mighty Ducks team. Like 20 years later, Coach Bombay comes back and he's running the team. It's fun if you like the Mighty Ducks. If you're a fan of the movies, you'll enjoy the show. I liked it. It was a lot of fun.
Actual vampire Emilio Estevez.
They brought Milo Estevez back, and he is in fact a cake eater in this show. He is a cake eater. They make that reference and joke all the time, and it's pretty funny. It's a good show. Definitely enjoy it. Didn't really watch any movies. Just didn't really have time because I was watching Mighty Ducks. But I did do some reading. Thanks to Chris, who got me some comic issues. I started reading the TMNT Last Ronin.
Oof. Yeah, dude.
And if you don't know what The Last Ronin is, it's basically the surviving brother turtle on his revenge story to take out the surviving member from the Rokosaki clan.
Yes, sir.
And you don't know which turtle it is at the beginning, but as it's going through, you're picking it up because the second issue, you have your first brother falling.
Ugh.
Third issue, you have your next brother falling. And and I'll say this: the ending of the second issue was a gut punch because
Dude.
I know it's going to happen,
Ugh.
but you don't want it to happen. And it's
You got
just
issue 3, right?
yes, I got issue 3.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a good story, but it's just so depressing. If you like the Turtles, definitely try to get these comics and read them. They're so good. But you're not going to be happy when you're reading them. But the story is just so well written that the turtle that you think it is that's doing the revenge is not the one that you're expecting. It's not the one you're expecting. And I'll leave it at that because the series isn't done yet. The series isn't done yet. But it's just really good. And the artwork is great. The storylines are great. It's a gut punch after gut punch. But
yeah, I can't. I also, and I apologize, I don't mean to interrupt you, but like I cannot recommend this enough to anyone who is in their 40s or about to be 40. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. This guy who grew up with the Turtles. I'm telling you, man. Like we have the toys that made us to thank for Last Ronin.
Yes, that is true.
Because that episode of Turtles brought Laird and Eastman back together, and my wife will tell you, I'm man enough to say when I cry. That episode made me cry. Dude. It's like, you know, after being old enough to learn what all went into creating the Turtles, after just enjoying the cartoon as a kid, you realize these were two guys who just became friends and made everything out of nothing. And they literally have lived the dream that as an artist and a creator, you want to live. You want to make that mark. You want to create something that you did, that millions of kids or people, whoever the case may be, put themselves into, to where, you know, 20 years, 25 years later, they're grown ass men. They're still trying to run down the comic shop in time to get that next episode, that next issue.
That's true.
Because they want to know what the hell happened next. If you've secured us for that long, then you've made your mark. I mean, you know, at this point, you can write a story like Last Ronin, to where you're taking us on an emotional roller coaster that we did not expect, because God forbid anything happened to any of the Turtles at all whatsoever.
Yes.
And it's like, well, what if it did? And you're like, oh God damn it! Like that is rough, dude.
It is.
Rough.
Well, I mean, it's like with the Image run where you had like Leo lost a hand, Donnie got blown up and turned into a cyborg. Raph lost half his face and became the Shredder for like an issue. You had all those things, but then they're all kind of retconned and healed at the end of the series. And the only thing that kind of stayed was, you know, Splinter having a heart attack and dying. That kind of stayed and didn't change. But the brothers were deformed, but then they kind of got healed back up. So it kind of lost the impact. This is just death with death with death. Over and over. Yeah,
I mean, there's elements of what we fear from society in regards to like a police state, and how, you know, we're so fearful of a one world government and stuff like that. And then this is not me getting a conspiracy theories. I'm just telling you these are elements of the story.
Yeah,
and that's how you get the best stories. Is that, you know, if you wouldn't piss on politics to put out the fire out, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, we pull from what we know, and that's how good stories are made. And because that's how you connect with the reader. You got to put us in it too. You know what I mean? Like,
you got to have some realism.
You do.
Yeah.
And this pulls from other comic book characters as well. I mean, this is like a combination of Batman, Moon Knight, G.I. Joe, and it's just straight up old school Ninja Turtles. Just straight up old school Ninja Turtles. So if you're a fan of Moon Knight, definitely pick this up.
And I don't often buy trade paperbacks or hardcovers, but when this comes out in the collected edition, I'm pretty sure they're going to put out a nice one. I'm going to have to grab that too. Because my ultimate goal is I want to have like a whole wall of just my wife and mine's books and trades and everything. And
all that stuff.
That's my collection.
All that stuff. So, and that's pretty much all I read. I read that, and I watched Mighty Ducks, and of course Loki. But we kind of covered Loki a little bit. So jumping from that into what we kind of hinted on earlier, it was announced Rob Zombie, famous musician, and some might say decent director, is helming a Monsters movie. He is helming a Monsters movie, and a few days ago, it was announced that his wife, the elderly Sherry Moon
Zombie,
is is
The hot
going to be
76-year-old, but yes.
it's going to be Lily Munster. She's going to be Lillian. So, Chris, what are your thoughts?
God, dude, I don't want if Herman Munster starts screaming at his wife, you hear that baby crying, you dumb bitch? You bitty. Like, I appreciate things that Rob Zombie has brought to the music realm. I thought his McFarlane figure back in the day was dope as hell, and I had it at one point.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the remix albums, which a lot of people were kind of indifferent about because it was just like, I think he was a little ahead of the curve on his remix albums with all the techno remix and stuff like that.
He definitely was.
His Halloween take was polarizing for a lot of people because, and I think Aaron might agree with me on this, we don't need an origin story for Michael Myers. You take away the mysticism. He's no longer a shape. He's now an emotionally gaslit child with homicidal tendencies that we've learned about in any number of Netflix documentaries. So now, no, we are not shocked or impressed. We've seen it. Okay? So, he's just a Billy Bob serial killer. Wow, impressive. But, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, Rob Zombie's going to pull from what he knows. I don't know how he's going to Billy Bob up the Munsters, but I'm sure he'll find a way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he definitely will. He definitely will. He'll figure a way to, well, do what he wants to do.
I mean, is their neighbor going to be Dr. Satan? I mean, who knows?
I'm trying to
check the mail.
I'm trying to find the cast. I'm trying to find the cast listing.
It's hot out today. Yeah.
Oh, easy, Tom.
It's gonna happen.
I'd like to be a part of your movie,
Mr. Zombie.
It's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
We're gonna get okay. Like, here's what I'm kind of fearful of. As a kid, I used to watch old reruns of Speed Racer when it came on, like early in the mornings or whatever it was, and it was cool because it was old anime that I didn't know anything about but looked awesome.
Yes.
Right? And then they gave us that movie, the live-action Speed Racer movie, which also is polarizing for people. I didn't much care for it because I was like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
And Rob Zombie's going to try to modernize. I think he's going to give us a fish out of water story about a family locked in time from back in the 40s or whenever it was. Forgive me, I don't remember exactly, but and then again, this was a comedy TV show. This was a sitcom.
Yes, it was.
So, who's the killer? Is the little wolf boy the killer? I forget his name.
Okay, well, how would you modernize the Munsters? That's the first thing. First question: will it be color or will it be black and white? How's he gonna keep it? All right, what is he gonna do?
I mean,
it has to be black and white, man.
Yeah, you would think, right? I mean,
or kind of grainy, You
would think.
We're gonna get those Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake 8mm cuts and all this bull crap that just the trailer's gonna look ridiculous. And it's gonna
okay. Second question is, what percentage of the cast will be hillbilly?
92%.
Clay, 92%. Okay.
The main cast, yeah, just about all of them.
All of them. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think of another trope, like another Rob Zombie trope. Besides
hillbilly, for it?
There'll be some sort of weird mother-son sexual tension. There will be something so taboo.
I don't think he'll write a song for this movie. He'll write a whole album because that's what he originally did for. That's what he originally did for House of a Thousand Corpses. Was that full album that got pushed back, or the movie got pushed back, and the album came out, which had a song called "House of a Thousand Corpses" theme, and it didn't have the movie to go with because the movie got pushed back. So I think we'll get like a new remix album that it'll either be something good or it'll be rehashed stuff like his current album that just came out. That's like he copied his old self and just didn't do too much with it. But
I already feel guilty because I know just out of curiosity, I'm going to want to watch it.
yeah, everybody's
And
going to
that's
want to watch it.
That's going to translate into sales and numbers. And it's going to tell whoever it needs to tell if it makes X amount over
Yeah.
their budget that it was a quote unquote
Yeah.
good movie. Just because we were just had nothing better to do. We wanted to see what the hell happened here.
Exactly.
He's like the grimy version of Zack Snyder. He's got a fan following. People are going to watch it. He's got his tropes.
Oh my god!
And-
the Snyderverse just shit its pants. You hear that?
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm already
I
here. I'm already hearing the people. How dare you?
Oh, wait,
Oh
wait.
my god.
Yeah,
How
listen closely.
dare
You ready? Ready? Here goes.
Angry typing.
Oh,
Angry typing.
he's tearing you up right now, dude.
How
God,
dare
dude.
you? All you
Dude,
got
what
to do.
was the dude in Guar? What was his Balzac the Jizmac or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Balzac.
Balzac Snyder.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the hate for that. But I mean, just replace slow motion with hillbilly dialogue, and it's like the exact same thing. You could literally trade out the tropes of each thing, and if you I'm pretty sure if you shave off Rob Zombie's beard, you have Zack Snyder underneath there hiding.
What's up, bro?
Ooh. maybe the Rob Zombie persona is the Tom Savini mask that he wears. When he
It
just
could
wants to
be.
change things up.
It's the Fiend mask that is the OG Fiend mask.
That's right, man.
That was never used. OG Fiend mask that was never used. So basically, kind of jump from this topic. Okay, Monster movie comes out. Chris, you said you're going to watch it out of morbid curiosity.
Yep,
I'm going to do it as well. Clay, what about you?
I'll check it out for sure.
I'm hoping that this will be at the Alamo Draft House, so I can have like 6 bottles of beer to watch it with, or 2 pitchers. That way, I'm so inebriated that whenever it's over, I'm still happy.
At least we'll get that cool Alamo Draft House Munsters glass.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Oh yeah.
What?
Go Star Cinema Grill, then go to Hot Topic to buy the merch.
I'm not going to go there and buy that merch.
Come on, man.
No, I can't. So, final thing before you just jump into straight up wrestling. E3 also happened this past weekend. And for some people, it was a big disappointment. For others, it felt like a step back into normalcy with, life and everything, because we didn't really get an E3 in 2020. It happened, but not really. I mean, we got the announcement of the PS5 and the Xbox systems, but other than that, we didn't get really much of anything. This time, we got a lot of games. And for me, some of the games are very familiar to one type of genre that people have been wanting. And so I'll just start us off with the horror games, which I'm a big fan of. This year, people, I guess, apparently the creators fell in love with the gameplay of Left 4 Dead. That was a cult classic back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to play a zombie game, you didn't play Call of Duty, that didn't have zombies at the time. You played either Left 4 Dead or the really crappy Walking Dead first-person shooter games that were on Xbox 360 or
PS3.
PS3.
Mm-hmm.
But Left 4 Dead was a big deal where you teamed up and killed zombies and zombie bosses. This year, it was announced we had Redfall, which is basically you're a team of people with special abilities. You work as a team to hunt down supernatural beings like vampires, zombies, werewolves, stuff like that. The animations and the character designs look great. It has my attention. It looks pretty cool. But it feels like a Harry Potter version of Left 4 Dead, but with the classic Universal monsters. Looks fun. Definitely check out the trailer. Watch it. You might enjoy it. Next one up. Another company taking the Call of Duty way of doing it, but adding the Left 4 Dead gameplay is Rainbow Six, with the game Rainbow Six Extraction. Team up with 4 people, you take down zombies and zombie bosses, same kind of deal. You kind of create your own character, and each one has a special ability. It looks like fun if you like the military-style way of shooting zombies like Call of Duty. I'm probably going to play this one just because I like that military feel every so often. Looks like fun. But it doesn't have the same kind of feel that the other ones do. Now, the one that got my attention the most is a game called Back 4 Blood. And this is basically the Ghost sequel to Left 4 Dead, And the reason why I say that is because it's the same writers and creators of Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, both a different studio. And this one looks really good. This one's got my full attention, so I cannot wait for this. It even has zombie bosses like Left 4 Dead had, with basically the same kind of abilities. And this one looks amazing. So I'm waiting for that one, Back 4 Blood. And then finally, to kind of round it out, we got more Halo. But this time we get Halo gameplay for the multiplayer. So I'm excited for more Halo. I want to see more Halo. So that's pretty much it. What I saw from E3.
Breath of the Wild 2 gameplay coming out in 2022. A new Metroid Dread for Nintendo.
Yes.
They're adding the 64 maps from Mario Party.
Okay.
What else was Nintendo? Nintendo had a lot. Nintendo was good too. A lot of remasters coming out. Dragon Ball remaster. Just Nintendo was good. Just no Animal Crossing update because they need to update Animal Crossing. Oh, and no Mario Kart 9 and no Switch Pro.
And they also announced a new Smash Brothers fighter too.
Oh yeah, Tekken.
Yeah, Kazuya from Tekken is now a fighter on Smash Brothers. And when I got home from work, the first thing Gwen asked is, "Who's this Kazoo guy?" It's like, "No, Gwen."
Kazoo guy.
I was like, "No, Gwen." That.
Like, I belong on Kazoo.
She was like, "Who's this Kazoo guy?" I said, "No, Gwen. That's Kazuya. He's from one of Daddy's fighting games."
Oh,
you would know.
That was from Star Tropic. It was a game on Nintendo back in 1989. You don't know anything about that.
Who's this Kazoo guy?
He said, why don't you take a seat?
Take
Let me tell you the story of my people.
See, Gwen, back in the day, all these games would be standing up in this big giant room with full of neon lights, and you would put quarters into those machines and play them. And one game in particular had a long line, and next to that game was a game called Tekken, where it didn't have a lot of line, but it was still a fun game to play. Had an amazing soundtrack.
I was terrible at that game, dude. I was not the fighting game kid. I was the 4-player turtle kid. I was the Captain America and the Avengers kid. America still needs your help. That was me.
Vision, Wonder Man,
Hawkeye, Vision. Okay, side story. Astroworld. I'm wearing the Astroworld shirt. So again, I'm just showing you guys as a visual aid here. But do we all remember Waterworld?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming you went there quite often. I did. We had season passes every year.
Mm-hmm.
So
who didn't have a season pass?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, she was too young to enjoy Astroworld that much. So I mean,
Astroworld closed when I was a freshman or a sophomore.
Same thing.
To your point, but they had the Captain America and the Avengers in the arcade right next to the showers where you would enter and leave Waterworld. And it was always AC to the max, so it was a love-hate relationship with the arcade because I was generally in wet clothes, but I wanted to play games. I was also freezing my ass off, and my heat hits were rigid. It was horrible.
Could you cut diamonds?
Dude, yeah. Anybody would have messed with me, I would have cut their finger off, like like a ninja or something. Not so much a ninja as a titja.
It'd be like Doslam from Street Fighter.
Exactly. Yoga tit, and just like No, but side note, like in the showers, like my mom would be like, "Oh, hey, we're leaving, so go take a shower and get dressed or whatever." I went to, and they had shower stalls. I was like 10, so I'm pretty sure people were banging next to me in the shower stall. Like, I heard noises. I put 2 and 2 together. I figured out what was going on.
Well, it is Astroworld.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Waterworld.
And
out of this world, bro.
No, I wasn't 10, probably 12. So I was very like, mental
curious.
notes, right? You're like, what is all this about? maybe I'll learn something. You know, and all you hear is just slapping and whatever. But like, you know. So anytime I think of Captain America and the Avengers, I also think about the couple that was banging in the shower stall next to me.
Oh man.
I can only imagine, like, you know, Cash Money Millionaires playing during that time in the background.
Big fine woman, won't you back that ass up? It's just like, you know, I don't know, man.
Oh,
Uh,
man.
What is love?
So for
Don't hurt me.
I love the head bob.
Anyway,
so okay, so Bacon, is there any more Nintendo news?
Not that I can remember, but I mean they did a lot. Nintendo did really good.
Okay, and that concludes this segment of Bacon Bits for
Bacon
Game
Bits.
Talk.
Oh, I like it. Bacon Bits.
Mario Golf is coming out. I didn't play Mario Golf though.
Mario Golf.
Y'all said
Mario
she
Golf.
was y'all did say last week she was a ginger, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If y'all get her pissed off, if she goes off, ginger snaps.
Oh, Chris is looking over her shoulder in fear.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Come on, Clay. Let me make it out of this alive.
Forgive me.
Jeez, man. No, bro
Oh,
code,
wow.
bro code.
The soul code. Okay, so
Project Daywalker is in full effect.
okay, so we hinted us at the beginning of the episode. Clay, you are training and you are a pro wrestler.
Sir.
So, along with that, what got you started into wrestling? What piqued your interest to make you want to be like, you know what? I want to get in there. I want to beat somebody up and slam them to the ground. At the same time, I want to have some badass music to come out to.
Man, this will be a longer story, but it's my origin story there.
Okay.
But man, I didn't know wrestling until I was probably in like the 5th grade, and I met this dude, and he just came. He just moved to town because I grew up in White House, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And this dude, he come in there, and he was there for literally 1 year, and I never saw this dude again. But he came and like he was talking about something. He was talking about the Hardy Boys or something was going on. There's some big angle going on, and he's talking about it. And I overheard. I was like, "What are you talking about, man?" And he ended up, like kind of spilling the beans. I was like, wrestling. He's like, you didn't like, because like if you didn't watch it or anything like that, you still know knew who Stone Cold was and everything like that. So I was like, oh, you mean like that? He's like, yeah, but it's kind of different. And I was like, he's like, just watch it. You just go, like, watch it tonight. It was like a Monday or something. I ended up going home and watched it. And I just kind of like fell in love with it. I was like, man, what is going on here, dude? Like, this is crazy. This is nuts. And I think the like the Matt Hardy and the Edge and Lita, like the love triangle.
Oh, okay. So that's 2005. That's
yes.
2005 era.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was your introduction.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I saw that, and like how real things back. I watched I think it was like a little bit before, and then all this crap started happening. So you saw all the craziness with like the big character work and stuff like that, and then you started getting this realism where it was so real. Like you could feel the hatred. You could feel like how pissed off Matt was, and Ed just didn't give a shit. He just didn't care at all, and like the heel work was just incredible. Like he was just so good at being such a dick, and like him and Lita both just played it off as snobs just perfectly. And you're just like, man, I hate that guy, but goddamn, he is so cool, dude.
Yeah.
And if you haven't figured out yet, Edge is my guy. He's always been my guy.
I know he is.
Well, he's the original Mr. Take Your Girl.
Oh yeah, Mr. Steel Chick, dog.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he like that pulled me into it, and then you had the to add even more realism. Like he called him Adam, like when Matt was fired.
Oh yeah,
she fired or real fired, but then brought back. And they called him Adam, and then everything like really really heated up. And he started getting in, like, after all of that, he started getting like the DX came back.
Yeah, DX came back.
Got back together. And you had a rated RKO, so it was Edge and Orton.
Yep.
so much good stuff like back,
Man,
you know,
yeah.
way back, man. And yeah, like they were doing the knockoffs of DX, the impersonations and stuff.
Yep.
It was awesome. And I ended up talking my dad into buying me that dude's name is Harley Tisdale, so I got to give him credit for this too. And my one of my buddies, Michael Chapman, he bought us tickets to Monday Night Raw. It came to Nashville, and we went. I got to see, you know, Edge and John Cena and the Hardys. And see, I think it's DX, Spirit Squad. I think there was like all of that crap going on.
All of that.
And yeah, so there was just all kinds of stuff going on.
So you saw pre-Ziggler with Spirit Squad. You saw him whenever Ziggler was a part of the Spirit Squad.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away that your introduction was like the Bang and Lita storyline, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you missed the choppy the PP. You missed the. I mean,
I've gone back and went way back into all of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
okay,
you know,
the classics.
It was just
you
crazy.
gotta know where you've been to appreciate where you're going, right?
You gotta follow the whole thing, man. Everything.
Okay. That's wow. So you started in kind of late, but you got hooked enough to go back and watch like all the pre stuff, like all the old stuff. And that's pretty cool.
It just piqued curiosity. And like piqued it like way through the roof. And like when we went to that show, I knew like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I want to do this as a profession when I'm, you know, of age and can do it.
Yeah.
And and then like I kind of fell out of it for a while, and I picked it back up, and then fell out of it, and then I came back to it. You know, everybody has that kind of thing. Like I said, what's going on right now with you know, WWE wise.
Yeah.
A lot of people are falling off of it because it's kind of rough at the moment.
Well, so okay, I'll ask this question. Do you think people are falling out because WWE has too much content, or people are falling out just because not enough good content?
I don't think it's too much content. I think it's like you said, it's not enough good content.
Okay.
Like they keep going back to, I think it's been since WrestleMania. Like we still have a storyline with Drew and Bobby.
Yeah.
And I mean that was before WrestleMania. Like that started just before.
That started at Rumble. That was at Rumble.
Yeah, it's a Rumble. So like, we've had it from then, and it's still going on now.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane, right?
And it's just been like do it again. Have some more face-offs. Let's, you know, like you had Drew, and he was super over.
Yeah.
And then now you're just kind of pushing him down, and I don't know. I'm just not with it.
I will agree. I will agree with that. And just like, I mean, just for the record, I think like with WWE, it's 7 hours a week of just pro wrestling content, and that's not including the side shows like the Treasures, the Finding Treasures one,
the biographies,
documentaries, the pay-per-view setups. That's not including that either. This is just straight up on TV wrestling. You got SmackDown, Raw, and NXT, or actually, if you're going in like order of goodness, you got SmackDown, NXT, and sometimes Raw, and that's 7 hours of wrestling just for one company a week. Yeah. Just for one company a week. That's if you pace it out, that's in 1 hour a day. Yeah. That you can watch on wrestling, just WWE.
Right.
Just WWE. And that's not including pay-per-views. It's not including pay-per-views. So that is insane. That is just crazy with the amount of wrestling that company offers now.
Yeah.
So
it's a ton.
It's a ton.
You know,
so
Clay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go because I'm about to continue the thing.
Okay. No, I was just, you know, that was a question that just came to mind for me, Clay. You know, and this is going to be kind of a interesting question, I think, for you is you're seeing where the business is now in regards to what WWE is doing with it. Because, you know, for better or worse, their claim is staked as far as being the standard bearer of what the professional wrestling industry is supposed to be.
Yes.
You know, give or take, and most would probably disagree with you. Some would agree. Who knows? I mean, again, we're all torn on this.
Right.
A lot of people are, you know, very much polarized by it. But, does that give you pause, man, as a wrestler? Because as a professional wrestler, I mean, you ultimately whether you're wrestling in front of 10 people or 10,000, you want to entertain. And as a viewer, we're no longer entertained. So, I guess, do you think it's going to take another? Is it going to take another Hogan? Is it going to take another Stone Cold? Is it going to take another Outsiders invading? Is it going to take what? What do you think, given the current state of where the world is at? How do they shake the boat to make us care again? And do you think that's going to affect the industry in the long run? I mean, that sounds like a heavy question, and it is, because
that's a hell of a question.
Yeah, as a viewer who's grown up with this and loved this his whole life, I'm hardcore falling out of love with wrestling, and it sucks. I mean,
it hurts.
Yeah. So what do you think it's going to take, man?
Man, I don't know if it necessarily takes, the one character like your Hogans and your Austins, and I mean, I guess you could say Bret Hart in there too. Like just the bigger guys, like the big, over the top characters and stuff. I don't know if necessarily it would take just like the one star. I think what would really help it is if it was, they kind of brought a bunch of people up together and kind of made it undeniable, where you're like, there's so much right here that I have to see. I cannot miss this. You get what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
Like where they, instead of like the focus on like just a one guy, really, it's focused on a bunch of different people, and you build a bunch of talent up to where it's just like there's just so much good.
Yeah.
And then like those people get in the ring with others, and they bring those people up, elevate them. Keep, everything just kind of keeps going together.
Well, I remember during the Attitude Era, even toward the end of the Attitude Era, the characters that they had were built up so well that even when the main eventers like The Rock and Austin and Triple H and Mankind weren't on the show, everybody cared about the cruiserweights, like Essa Rios, Taka Michinoku, the mid carders like Jericho and Kurt Angle. Everybody was so thoroughly developed out that when you didn't have main eventers, people still went nuts for the mid carders. And then you had the attractions like the Undertakers and the Kanes and the Gangrels. You had those guys with the mysticism that still had amazing fans no matter what. And it seems like now they're pushing more towards the belts and who is selling the most T-shirts is the main focus of today's wrestling. And I think that's what's hurting the business, because they're not letting the mid-carders develop enough, or the lower carders develop enough to gain that momentum to where they have a fan base and they're not capitalizing on it.
Right.
I mean, you're seeing now, like in WWE, you're seeing factions that are being brought together, and then they break them up after a year.
It's stop pushes.
Hurt Business, big example. They got over so well, and then they split them up because the heels weren't supposed to get over. But then you have Triple H running a faction in NXT with the Undisputed Era that were together for years, and they were over so much, but they also made other people get over too. And one of the biggest feuds they had were Sanity versus Undisputed Era. I mean, people were dying for that pay-per-view at War Games when it was here in Houston. I mean, the crowds were split for Sanity and for Undisputed Era, and it was great. But you're with WWE, you're not seeing them keep the trend going to where it becomes a norm for that character before they kill it and repackage it. And for some people, even when they get repackaged, they get fired. They get fired almost immediately, like with Aleister Black.
I knew it was coming, man. That's my guy. Y'all keep talking to me. I gotta grab a charger right fast.
Yeah.
I say no. That was a killer, man. That killed my soul when I saw that they released Aleister, because they were doing so much to build this Dark Father character.
Yeah, they were doing so much with it, and it had me hooked. He didn't have that stupid door creak sound effect that he had coming up, but he had a great new gimmick, and he attacked Big E, set something up, and people were dying to see what was going to happen next. And all of a sudden, he's let go. He's let go. Yeah, they did. So it's just frustrating. But I think with current stars, they're only pushing the main eventers. They're really only doing stuff with them, and then not letting the lower card characters develop enough or to get enough following or TV time to develop enough to have that hype. Because I remember going to a show in the Attitude Era, and throughout the entire night of a Raw taping, people were fire. People were, on fire for anyone and everyone coming out, whether it be Gangrel coming out for like a squash match, or William Regal coming out for his match, or even X-Pac coming out to do something with whoever he was fighting.
Yeah.
And it's not the same anymore. It's definitely not the same. So
No, they've changed
No.
it completely.
it's completely different. But
I guess that's kind of my thing. Was like I was curious with you, being where you're at in the pro wrestling lexicon and where you want to go with it. I imagine you're thankful for places like Impact and ROH and more specifically AEW, which is opening the quote unquote forbidden doors that I think have been forbidden for far too long. You have to be ecstatic that those things are going on. That you're being given those. You're seeing those opportunities, those seeds being planted, to where whenever you make that jump from where you're at now to where your career may just take you in that direction. Surely it has to give you hope for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another question that definitely kind of curious as to. Hopefully, have him answer. Okay, he is gone.
Oh no,
He got Alistair'd. He got not
got
by
booted.
us. He got
I
booted.
think
He got Alistair'd.
I think Vince got word that we're bitching about his playground. He's like, nobody bitches about my playground, and just like,
You're a wrestler.
He acts Clay, man.
You're not a wrestler anymore.
Yeah, wrestle with this. I think that's the problem, man, with what we're seeing on WWE's television, is that, and you probably, and you probably heard it on any number of podcasts or websites you've looked at.
Yeah.
I think the consensus is that the WWE writing staff is writing for one. The show is being made for one person. That's Vince.
It is.
It's his sandbox. He doesn't care about what we think at all, and he's made that plainly clear. And it's the combination of that, and also being that we're the grown-ups now. We're not the 10-year-olds that love John Cena. We're the parents of the 10-year-olds that love John Cena. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Like, it's merchandising money is what's keeping this going. How they got billions of dollars to get the deal with Peacock is beyond me. I don't know what Vince has on somebody. There's something more to that, because from what I see on TV, as if I were a corporate bigwig, I'm not showing that kind of money out for what I'm seeing on TV. Absolutely not.
And also look at the talent that they skipped on. Because today I saw a picture of Eddie Kingston at a WWE tryout in a WWE shirt, and they skipped on him. And now look at him in AEW. I mean, come on.
Well, it's just like MJF was in WWE as a security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both of y'all's points just goes to show you how narrow-sighted and stupid Vince is, because he's single-minded. He has his view on the body guy. He wants the body guys. He wants what he sees as the prototype wrestler, what he sees as the quintessential champions, and you see it on TV.
It was the big surprise that he let Braun go, because he is a big guy. He's a fan of big guys. And Braun is the biggest guy he has, and he is not there. So
true, but and maybe this is just my my bias talking, but I have found Braun boring.
I found Braun boring, but to little kids who literally have to look up to Braun, he's this generation's Andre the Giant. Not because of his in-ring workability, but mainly because of his just size and sheer, spectacle. The kids literally have to look up to him, including Rey Mysterio, to, see this giant. So it's something of a, it's a Vince. He's a Vince guy. He's a big Vince guy. So it was very, very different to see him. And all right, he's back from the nether realm. He's back from future endeavors.
I got
Clay
future
is back.
endeavors. See, I was talking about Alistair, and they just, no, you're done, dude.
Yeah, we just signed you back to a developmental deal. We're gonna send you over to OVW, man.
Corny, damn it.
Yeah, sorry, man.
You are now Regal's bodyguard,
Hey, enforcer.
the enforcer.
Yeah, we
You're
sent
now
you
Regal's
over to
enforcer.
We send you over to Cornet, so Miss Corny is horny. So go get your PS5, earn your keep, get your push.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, I love Corny. I like his podcast, and I like his. Some of his takes are brash, to say the least. But I do enjoy like some of his knowledge that he puts off for sure.
He definitely has a
does,
lot of hot takes. He has a lot of hot takes.
Yeah, dude, that was me my point. There's no questioning that his encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling history is on point, and that when it comes to storytelling, he does have a grasp on it. A lot of guys don't. But
Yes.
you can take the country out of the you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. You know what I mean? And I think Cornette, and without getting into too much detail, I think Cornette's mouth overloads his ass a little bit. It's like, hey man, keep it in your circle, pal. Like if you're going to be you, not on camera, because leave that in your 1-room shack, pal. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how else to say that. Like this is 2021, not 1921, pal.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
So to continue your story, you mentioned that you're from Tennessee.
Yes.
So how did you make this trip from Tennessee down here to Texas? Like, how did that happen?
So I was actually born in Conroe.
Really?
Yes. My dad my dad is from Willis, Texas. My mom is from San Bernardino, California. And
other side of the continent.
Exactly. So
how'd that hookup happen? Jeez.
I think my grandfather was in like the cell phone tower game kind of.
Okay.
And something had happened where it ended up they were here and they ended up just staying here. And I think it was high school. My mom moved to Willis and they met and just fell in love and then ended up having me, I guess. But so I was born here in Conroe, and then we moved to Tennessee for the schooling and stuff. And he had all 4 seasons and everything like that. And back in end of 2013, we decided to just pick up and move back here. Like we're just kind of done with it up there.
Okay.
And there was some there were some other like little underlying things, but we just decided to move back here and come back.
So you mentioned the 4 seasons up there. Down here we have 2 seasons. We have hot and not that hot.
Hot and diet hot.
Hot and hotter.
Hot and diet hot. Yes.
Yeah.
So those are the only 2 seasons we have down here.
Right.
And lately we've added also wet because of the rain and flood. But
and we had blizzard there for a minute.
Hot as balls.
Hot as balls. Sweaty balls.
Yeah.
So continuing your story of wrestling, I noticed that you're part of Carson's school, the Lion's Den.
Yes, sir.
How did you get to hook up with that? Like, how did you find that?
So I had before we had moved here, I had actually looked around trying to find some schools, and I looked around and I looked in San Antonio, just all over the area.
Yeah,
because that's what I wanted to do, and so I never really had the money to do it, and where we landed there, and my parents live in Normandy, and I ended up moving to Centerville once I met my wife Mercedes, and we've planted roots down here. I work in the Bryan College Station area.
Yeah.
And my wife, she bought her first wedding dress for our wedding, and she didn't like it, so she ended up selling it to this woman out here. And the girl, she had come to us. Her name's Dallas Ridinger, And she said, "Hey, isn't your husband a wrestling fan?" I was like, and my wife's like, "Yeah, he is." And she's like, "Well, I got these tickets. They were given to me. She somewhere in Bryan, they were given to her for something, or she won them on a radio show or something like that."
Mm-hmm.
And it was tickets to the Aggie Land Rumble, and it was put
Oh,
on by
okay.
Lions Pride Sports.
Yeah.
And so we got the tickets, so we went out and we checked it out, and that was my first time seeing it. And then
Mhm.
at the end of the show, they had said, if you're interested in becoming a professional wrestler, we do it right here in Bryan College Station, or Bryan College Station area at so and so. And I was like, wow, that kind of put a bug in my head. And I messaged, emailed Houston Carson, the owner of Lions Pride Sports and head trainer.
Yeah.
And I emailed him, and we kind of set it up. And once we set that up, I kind of went in there, met him, and talked to him. And then he invited me to their November show.
Okay.
And the November show was called Here to Stay. And it was the 2-year anniversary of Lions Pride Sports.
Yep.
So, and it was a big show. And Houston actually got back in the ring. And he hadn't been in the ring in a minute. But he got back in, and he fought against Cade Carson. And it was a hell of a match, and just knocked my damn socks off. I was like, this is incredible. I have to do this. This is exactly what I have to do. And we kind of set a start date of January 1st of 2020. And we had some things come up. My wife's gallbladder was in bad shape, and had to get that taken care of, and we got it taken care of. And then, I wanted to do it, and I was on the fence, and we had tickets to the Royal Rumble in Houston.
Yes.
And Royal Rumble's always been my favorite pay-per-view.
I think the Rumble is like a favorite for everybody. That's like top 1 or 2 for everybody. It's you either like the Rumble or you think you don't like the Rumble.
Yeah. So we had tickets to the Rumble, and we went to the Rumble. And as I said earlier, and I'll say it again and again and again and again until the end of time, Edge is my guy. He's always been my guy.
Yep.
And and I followed and stuff when he retired. And there was like rumblings, hey, he was seen in Pittsburgh, to get his neck checked out and stuff like that. And I was like, man, he might show up. And we were literally driving there, and my wife was on Instagram, and he posted a picture of his dog, and it was like, no, still not coming. Posted a picture of Tundra. He's like, no, still, not coming.
Yes.
He posted something else. I was like, damn it. And he tagged North Carolina, like where he was at.
That trolling bastard.
Shit. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, it's not gonna happen, man. It's just not gonna happen. I had my hopes up, but I was like, I'm gonna get to see the Fiend and Daniel Bryan in that the bull rope match,
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, we watch all that, and it's great, and the Rumble's going on, and then that number 21 hit, and here he comes. He come out, and my goddamn heart stopped, dude. Like I did his entire entrance in the damn in the steps, dude. Like everybody behind me had to have hated me, but I didn't give a shit. I was just in the moment, and I was like, dude, after everything this guy's been through and what he's put his body through, and the neck and everything, and he made the comeback, I was like, if this dude is gonna do it, I'm going for it. I'm doing this, and started up at May 19th.
May 19th.
Yeah. But no, it's been by far one of the best decisions I've ever made, man. The Lions Den professional training facility is top notch, man. I mean, when you think about like dedication and you think about your training and stuff like that, there's nobody else that embodies it better than Houston Carson.
That's true. That I've seen Houston Carson wrestle. I remember when he had the ponytail. He might not want to talk about that. I saw him.
baby face in the ponytail.
No beard in the ponytail.
Okay,
beard in the ponytail.
Yeah, the whole combo going.
So I saw him at NWA Houston here, and the crowd would chant Pocket H at him. So instead of Triple H, he was called Pocket H, and you could tell he wasn't. You could tell he was trying not to laugh because he kept looking down. Whenever he was about to talk, he would look down and then get the game face on and do his promos and do his bit. He was really good. I got to see him again whenever he did. We had a Bustin' for Autism show that he was supposed to wrestle Alberto Del Rio. Yeah. And Del Rio no-showed that event. And Carson eventually, I think he went up against Gene Snitsky last minute. I think it was
Yes,
Snitsky.
he told me this story. Yes.
And yeah, Carson was pissed. He was super pissed at that. And you could tell. You can definitely tell. But I remember, but I've got to see him a few times wrestle, and he's good. Yeah, Carson's really good. And I was really happy to see him open up his own school in College Station, the Bryan area, because he's got a lot to give to young talent, to people who want to do it. I'd like to see him do that. I know for San Antonio, Funaki has a school, hybrid, which is really good as well.
Yes.
So, Texas is full of wrestling schools.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere, but they're full of good ones, and there are some bad ones, but there's a lot of good ones.
There's always a few rotten apples in the batch, but
there are.
It's,
there
it's
definitely
all about where
are.
you're at, and
it's where you're at and who you can learn from, and who wants to see you grow versus who wants to hold on to your coattails as you're trying to grow.
Yeah.
And it's just it's just really, it's a lot of good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that the Rumble really pushed you to do it. That's really good to hear that the Rumble really pushed you forward, because when we were at the Rumble, halfway through the men's Rumble, we were already pissed as it was because of the whole Brock Lesnar chopping everybody out of the ring.
Yeah.
We were pissed. And I remember as soon as you heard that you think you know me, me and Chris looked, we're like, no. And then he comes out and the whole place erupted. The whole place went bananas for that.
So mad.
Dude,
Yeah,
Chris.
I had literal tears in my eyes, dude. Like I was so emotional. It's just like I was like, this is like one of the greatest moments of my life.
It's been the greatest
off,
Rumble so far since then. Hasn't been a good Rumble since then.
No.
So
I was so pissed off. Like we were all there on the same row.
Yeah.
I was throwing a man's hissy fit. I was like, look.
He was.
This is the beginning of my honeymoon. We paid good money for these tickets to come watch a Brock show. Are you kidding me? We get this every goddamn
Bork
week.
Lesnar.
Dude, yeah. Bork Laser is overrated as hell. A two-trick monkey, gorilla, stupid ass, overrated, inflated marshmallow, stay puft.
Look at, he's so pissed off he can't even form a sentence.
I can't
remembering it.
You didn't realize Edge had come out and he was your number in the Rumble pool.
Yeah, he was my number in the Rumble pool, and I'm sitting there like I'm pissed off, like I'm hot. I sat down. Everybody was standing there. I was like, "Fuck it, I don't want to watch this. Piss on this. Like I'd rather go get me a $20 beer. Like I'm done."
I want that damn commemorative WWE Cup, baby.
I want that cup.
That's right, man. If nothing else, I survived the Bork Laser show, and all I got was a stupid ass cup.
I think Chris was in line to go return that Rumble shirt.
She's like, look. I'm like, no, fuck that. It's a mug. And I was looking like, oh shit, what?
Yeah.
That brought me back in.
Yeah,
It
man.
did.
It was, and what was crazy is like I don't know if it was just me or if it was everybody else, but when that 21 hit, it felt like there was a super long pause between the 20 and like the and then when the you think you know me hit. It felt like forever, and I was kind of sitting there. I was like, what's going on? And then when it finally hit, dude, I can't. That was it. That was everything.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm super happy for the guy, man. I mean, to be able to take to take something that defined you as a person in your career and have it ripped away from you, and you finally get to get that back. I mean, I can't even imagine, just the relief he had to have felt. You know what I mean? Like to get a piece of himself back. You know what I mean? That he'd been missing.
Exactly.
And it has to be indescribable.
Yeah,
it does.
No, it was. Like I said, it's easily one of the top 3, top 5 moments of my life. And like I said, that is ultimately what inspired me to really, take this, get off the ledge and just dive straight in and just do this.
Yep. So, question, and we're going to kind of roundtable this. Who is your Mount Rushmore of wrestling? Who is your Mount Rushmore wrestling? Top 4.
Man.
Top 4.
Man, I mean, a lot of Canadians.
A lot of Canadians?
A lot of Canadians. Man, so I'm going to put Edge up there, obviously.
Okay, Edge.
I'll put Chris Jericho up there. because of
Okay.
everything that he's done for the business and all the characters and being able to entertain
Yep.
for all these years.
Yep.
I'll put Bret Hart up there
Okay.
because of his technical prowess and just everything. And he kind of made it where it was, because WWE used to be like the big muscled up, jacked up guys.
Yep.
You wouldn't see a guy like me in there, back in the day.
That's true.
And
He was one of the first small men.
Exactly, but he'd work his ass off with anybody.
He
You'd
would.
be in the Barry Horowitz division.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. So there's 3, and man, 4 is gonna be a difficult one, man, because there's so many damn wrestlers. It's hard to pick them all.
There's so many.
I mean, let's see. I'll probably go with Stone Cold, man.
Stone Cold. The one person who is still known by everybody. He's still the name that's right by everybody.
If you see an Austin 316 shirt walking around Walmart, you instantly know what it is. You don't even have to be a wrestling fan.
That's true. That is very much true.
What do you
All
got,
right.
Aaron? Who's on your top 4?
Oh, my top 4. Oh, number 1, Savage.
I gotta hear
Got to go
this.
Randy Savage.
Okay.
Got to go Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
He was there. He was close.
His voice alone is instantly recognizable.
Yep.
His catchphrases are still instantly recognizable.
Yes.
And you still have people buy the ski sunglasses, the ski goggles, just to imitate him, just because to imitate him.
I have
So
3
Savage.
pair.
3. See, exactly.
Three pair of Shinesty Machos. A black
Oh,
pair,
man.
a white pair, and I have a yellow pair that had black speckles all over them.
See, exactly.
Damn.
Innovator of sunglasses. Innovator of sunglasses.
Yes.
Savage is number 1.
I mean, they even dressed up as Savage Elizabeth for the Rumble.
That is true. So I got to go Savage. I got to say the same with Jericho. I've always been a Jerichoholic. I've always liked Jericho's work. He's done almost, and he stays relevant, and he's done almost everything. He went from cruiserweight to heavyweight, and he did it seamlessly without making it look awkward. He made it look transitional. So got to go Jericho.
Yes.
Third, man, this is really tough because I like a lot of the old guys. I also like a lot of the newer guys too.
I did too, and that was hard for me because there's a bunch of people. If we're doing old school and we're doing a new school, like, that would be cool.
3. I got to go with Kane. It's
Yes.
hard for a masked wrestler to carry emotion, but for a big guy masked wrestler to carry emotion and to create a character that people can either cheer for and boo at the same time, got to go Kane. Just because he was innovative with that. He was very innovative with his character. And for my 4th,
See, the
AJ
4th one
Styles.
is always so hard.
AJ Styles.
AJ was on my tongue as well. On
AJ Styles. He's the guy, smaller guy, who can do anything. And even at his current age, he can do anything. You could put him in the ring with Khali, and he would make Khali look good. You could put him in the ring with Bumpmaster Ziggler, and they would have an amazing match. So, yeah, got to go with AJ. Got to go with AJ. So that'll be my top 4. A close 5th, I would go with Piper, because if you need somebody to talk on the mic to sell a match, nobody's better than Piper. Nobody's better than him. So
Fun fact,
Piper.
that's why my daughter is named Piper.
That's why your daughter's awesome. That is great. That is great. All right, Chris, who's your Mount Rushmore?
All right, man. So this has been one of the most hotly debated questions in the wrestling fandom.
It is
day one, and there's no one definitive list, one definitive Rushmore for wrestling.
No, there's not,
because everybody's going to have a different take on it.
Yep.
For me, there's been any number of great baby faces in the history of wrestling. You know,
Okay.
we know that term now because kayfabe is broken, but
yeah.
You know, there's no such thing as a baby face without a heel. There's no such.
Mhm.
There's no popping for a comeback. There's no There's no giving a shit of seeing a babyface overcome the heel without the heel.
Yes.
Right. You gotta have a heel.
So you have to. You have to. I would like to throw MJF on that, but he's gonna be my number
Okay.
5. He's gonna be my
Okay.
fifth. He's gonna be my honorable mention simply because he's a kid who gets it. He's a student of what I'm about to get into.
Okay.
And I don't know if Clay knows this. I myself wrestled at Texas All Star for a small cup of coffee, if you will.
Damn, I didn't know that. No, this is new to me.
Yeah. I wrestled a backyard federation that me and my friends had called BFI Wrestling, and
Right
this
on.
was in the early 2000s. And Bob and Hot Stuff Hernandez were at Texas All Star out of Humble with what do they call him, the X or whatever, the dude who's like the political guy, the black dude. I forget what he calls himself now. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, we would go to the Texas All Star shows regularly, and we kept giving them flyers and giving them tapes and like, hey man, check out our stuff, yada yada. They finally came and they gave us all like quote unquote scholarships to come try out. And my friend Brandon and I, we were the ones that stuck with it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
When I went out for like opening matches, curtain jerking and stuff like that, I was like, well, this is my opportunity to do this. I'm going to go off. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to flip off the baby and punch an old lady. Because, I mean, dude, as a wrestling fan, if you can't piss me off as a heel, I'm not invested because there's nothing better than watching a dickhead get the shit pissed. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see you get your comeuppance, man. I want to see you take a knuckle sandwich for running your damn mouth.
Exactly.
So that's where I am when it comes to my Mount Rushmore. Number 1 is probably going to have to be Ric Flair.
Okay.
Understandable, for sure.
Yeah.
Ric Flair, I mean, you're talking about one of the most pompous, arrogant, talking about living the gimmick. That guy's in financial debt from, his grandkids are going to be paying off of his crap.
From which bar?
Yeah.
From which bar?
Yeah. But that's the thing, man. Like, yeah, his tabs are, I'm sure, legendary, depending on what ice house you go to. But when you talk about the 4 horsemen, man, you talk about Dusty Rhodes having to overcome. That's where you get the American Dream, because the American Dream is getting or thinking you're getting what Ric Flair has. You think you want that, but Dusty Rhodes shows you don't want that. You want pride in yourself and how hard you work. You have pride in your family lineage. What you've, this is back when, the red, white, and blue was all you needed to be a babyface. You come out and you said America, and America cared back then. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's very different now.
Yeah.
Babyfaces don't do that no more. And so, that was a perfect storm. A perfect storm of, I'm everything you wish you could be and more, and you will never, ever be able to walk in these shoes that I wear. I'm having a hard time holding these gaiters down. You can't.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So that's gonna be number 1 for me.
Okay.
The epitome of macho is Macho Man. The Macho Madness. Again, kayfabe being broken. We know more about the Macho Man than we ever should have known. We didn't need to. I mean, the dark side stuff is intriguing. We all watch it because at this point we all want to be on the inside and know exactly what kind of demons this guy dealt with and what trail that he left behind.
Yeah, exactly.
But if we didn't know that and we just knew him as the character, then you're like, this guy. I want to see him pay for being a shithead to Elizabeth. But then again, that elbow drop is beautiful. That guy worked graceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his promo work too.
floating from the top rope down with a perfectly placed, boom, just drop it right on you.
Yeah.
And you know, his promos, man, like, tell me the intensity, like nobody can see this, but you guys can. Look at all these veins, and I'm talking like in Mean Gene, you know, all that shit.
That's true.
Yes.
You know, the lust in the eyes. You know, we all wanted to be Hogan. Macho said, "Fuck Hogan. You touched my lady's butt." In the 80s, that was a death by, that somebody had to die.
You're right.
Death by Savage.
You touched my
That's
lady.
right.
Not only did you touch my lady, you did it in front of 30,000 people at the Pontiac Silverdome, you mother. And then you carried her to the back when I'm trying to win this match.
Yep.
You know, it just didn't get better, man. I mean, I say that though, it didn't get better. But Piper is polarizing in every way. Piper was never a babyface. Even when he came out in his old age in WCW, you were cheering for that old rat bastard that you remember when you were a kid. Like, I want to see him kick the shit out of somebody, whether he's right for doing it or not.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I mean, in my eyes, no. I mean, this guy was everything that, you know, again, what was it? Special Delivery Jones, the whole half, you know.
Yeah. Bad News Brown.
Was it Bad News Brown? Okay.
Bad News Brown.
Yes.
Dude, a sign of the times. No one's saying he was right, you know, for the face paint thing. But this was a different time in history. And the whole point, and I hate using wrestling lingo because I'm not a wrestler, but getting heat is the whole point. And Jesus Christ, if you wanted to piss off a large part of America, that was the fast track to doing it. You know,
exactly.
And so just the dark side of the ring about him, you know, going out and playing. I'm gonna play the Mexican national anthem on my bagpipes, and I'm gonna give you La Cucaracha. This is a whole. In the modern lexicon, these things would have him. Dude, there would be no shortage of BuzzFeed articles talking about how much of a piece of trash that he would be if he did this today.
Yep.
But kayfabe is broken.
It is.
Kayfabe will never come back. It is gone, dead, donezo. So it's harder now than ever for a heel to get any kind of heat.
Yes,
it is,
because it has to be real. MJF flips off kids at signings and tells them to fuck off because that is how he has to operate to be who he is in this industry.
He keeps the gimmick alive.
Yeah, there's 8,000 cameras on you at every signing, and everybody's recording you because they want to get a piece of the action. So you better be on point.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There was no downtime. There was no going on a road trip with the Iron Sheik, smoking weed, getting pulled over, and getting fined by WWE.
Nope.
You know? So this is why I'm telling you, my Mount Rushmore is just going to be laced with heels because at the end of the day, that's what entertained me. Because it just didn't get better. My top heel that I will always love and appreciate is going to be Razor Ramon Scott Hall.
Okay.
Because
the
bad guy. Dude, that guy, I wanted to be Scott Hall. I wanted to be Razor Ramon so bad. I wanted to be I wanted to be a quarter of as cool as him. No, I mean, honestly, you're talking about. I mean, this is what was New Generation, right? So you're talking about
New Generation. Yeah, New Generation. Shawn Michaels, HBK, Razor Ramon,
Michaels, HBK, Razor,
Tatanka, all of them. Tatanka,
dude. You had a dude come out with that long jet black hair, slicked back, big ass gold chains. Dude was cut like a brick shit house.
Yes,
and
7 foot down tall.
That freaking dude had that toothpick in his mouth, just kind of bouncing back from one side to the other.
Yep.
This Mr. Steal Your Girl, this was Razor Ramon.
Well, this was Mr. Steal Your Chain.
The Chicas,
dude. Your Chicas, yeah, exactly. And, okay, one of my most favorite taunts in wrestling is when he gets back and he does that fist pump where he's stomping his feet. He does his arms out like this.
Uh-huh.
I just got goosebumps thinking about it because the camera pulls in on his face and he's got that toothpick hanging out of his mouth. That the machismo. What else can you
Yeah,
call it?
like
That's exactly what he was.
Oozing machismo.
Using
And
machismo.
just- that pump up where he's like boom, 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 and just does those arms out, and you see the definition and the confidence. You're like, this dude is going to beat whoever's about to get in this ring with him. Whatever developmental talent it was is about to get a razor's edge straight to hell.
That is true.
And you don't get those anymore.
No, you
They
don't.
don't exist anymore. And
No,
so
you
I'm
don't.
really hopeful that the Pinnacle brings back those macho, Ric Flair-esque, crazy but confident, better than you characters. I love them.
Exactly.
And so my Mount Rushmore will forever be, the home of the heel.
Dominantly heels.
Yes, it just has to be, because back to my point, when I did this for a spot, for the quote unquote cup of coffee, that's where I found the most fun. When I came out there and people were booing at me, dude, because I was literally, throwing this at old ladies and everything and just pissing off people. Dude, they wanted to see me get my ass whooped, and I did.
Oh yeah,
and I did, and I loved it.
That's true.
With
Because
pride,
the art of
baby.
yes, the art of the sell is all but dead. HBK's finisher was a super kick.
Yeah.
So
You got
that
everybody
same
and their mama is super kicking.
Yeah,
and
everybody's super king now.
imitation
And
is
kicking at
seriously
one,
fun.
dude.
Yeah,
Like-
seriously. And then or kicking out at 3.5 after a big finisher.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. You're not Hogan. There will never be another Hogan. You don't get 3.5.
No.
Understand who you are in the bigger picture and play your role correctly. Because if you don't, you will just be another footnote on the road to trying to get wrestling back to where it was. Because it's no longer. We can't look at wrestling with the rose-colored glasses we did as a kid.
Nope.
Right.
We cannot.
You
We
can't.
cannot.
So we're
Okay.
never going to have those guys again. So anyway, that's where I am, and so that explains.
And you had a good list. Both of y'all had a really good list. Surprising on the last one, but it was really good though. It's really good.
Sure. Very
So
good.
keeping
Both
up-
y'all's list.
So keeping up with the wrestling tome, we're all collectors here. We're all wrestling collectors somehow.
We're talking about
What
toys.
I'm gonna transition. Let's go with it. Toys or
adult
merch?
collectibles.
Toys or merch? What is your favorite wrestling item that you have? Your favorite wrestling collectible that you have?
Yeah.
That you can. You don't have to show it on camera. I mean,
No,
we're
I'm
just
not.
gonna talk about it.
No,
Yeah,
I have so much.
just looking.
Figure out what the hell
Look
I
him
have.
trying to think.
Just take your phone with you, babe. Go look and take your phone with you.
No. I can look from here. It's fine.
Mine would be my Walter
Your Walter
action
Elite?
figure.
Elite, yeah.
Elite, Walter
Oh.
Elite. So Bacon's got her Walter Elite.
No. My Okada. I forgot. I just got Okada.
Okay. Her Okada Elite figure that she just got. Okay, that's hers. Okay.
Man, I would have to probably go with something I recently picked up. It's the newest Edge, the Ultimate Edition Edge, and it's all
Yes.
the Rumble 20 gear.
Yeah.
Just because-
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, that's what kicked me back off and just kicked me right in the ass and got me going. So I don't know. I think that one just got like a lot of kind of sentimental value to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That one is a really good one. That one is a really good one.
that one, and I also have a Edge's autograph over here as well.
So mine is right next to me, and I still have it in the box. So mine is the Slim Jim Macho Man
Yeah.
figure.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Elite
Look,
Slim Jim Macho Man figure. Oh, is that what you're picking up?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, I'll change mine then. No. I'll go with the very first defining moments Macho Man figure.
that
The
was a good
very
one.
very first one, the one that he had the white and purple suit
Yes.
with the tassels and everything.
Yes.
I remember going to 4 different Targets on my way home from work
Yeah.
one time looking
Yep.
for him. And I finally found him at the final Target I went to, which was not that far away, but it was a good distance away. And they had him and they had The Rock. No, wait, was it Rock or was it Triple H? I forget.
Defining moments?
I forget he can't. Yeah, it was Macho Man. Who else was with defining moments? Was it Rock or Triple H?
Are you talking about the Rock and Sock Connection?
Was it
Rock?
Rock and Slot Connection Rock?
Yeah, I have that one. It's at the other house, but I have
Because
it.
they had both of them there at the final Target I went to, and I picked up Macho Man. I'm like, I'm specifically getting Macho Man, and I got him, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, and I've had that one since. I'm never going to sell it. That's staying up on my my living room DVD shelf. It is staying up there, and yeah, that's that
Is it
one.
the purple robe, defining moments with the white fur?
The white and the white and purple tassels with the Macho Man suit.
Oh man, you have that one?
Yeah, the very first one.
I'm gonna have to buy that from you.
He said it's not going nowhere, dog.
Yeah,
we'll
go
see.
nowhere.
We'll see.
Yeah, no,
We'll
this
see.
is
We'll wait
that's
for that
the
next
grail
Timmy
for
to
me.
come through, and we'll reapproach this.
But yeah, the Slim Jim one is
Ooh.
still a good. It's still a good one.
God damn, dude. Yeah, I that was my first go to. I want to show you. I don't know if you've seen it, Clay, but here's the
Walter.
The Walter, yeah. Is that a ringside exclusive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sick ass figure. This is gonna be like this will be number 6 on my Rushmore. You know, we're talking about major heels from the modern era.
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy is underutilized like nobody's business. Vince has no business booking matches when this guy's employed by Vince and not being
Yeah.
used.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
That dude is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, that Dragunov Walter match. I don't know if you've seen that, Clay, but go watch
I
that.
have.
Because,
Yeah.
oh my God.
That Ilya Dragunov and Walter there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Insane.
a nasty match.
Chopomania. Just straight up just chops left and right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Mr. T.
T.
Yeah, dude. Okay, because look, I mean, really and truly, you know, this was WrestleMania 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
WrestleMania 3.
Yeah. I mean, it comes like in this VHS-esque box, and I wanted so badly to take it out and display it, but like, you know, it's like
Just
that
wouldn't feel
SNL
right.
shit. Or you can keep it in the box.
Yeah, you keep it in the box.
So,
So I don't follow the what is the May Brothers. I don't follow their philosophy. The Let It Breathe. I just can't do it.
Well, people. Zack Ryder seems to forget that not everybody has Zack Ryder money or Zack Ryder pools to call
Right.
people up for free figures.
yeah,
Right.
we're not mid-Carter ballers. Oh, no.
Yeah. So not everybody has that. Not
No.
everybody has that. So, yeah, but yeah, all those are good. I mean, the Edge, the Ultimate Edge, I have it. I got it recently, thanks to Chris.
Word.
It is an amazing figure. It is really cool.
Ugh, love it.
But
Did y'all
yeah.
get the Macho Man as well?
The Ultimates?
Yeah, the
No, I didn't get
Two of
Ultimate.
them.
I didn't get
two of
Ultimates.
There you
Only
go.
because I've got 3 Macho Man Elites. So I've hit my peak of, you know, or my glut ceiling of Macho Mans.
them. No such thing.
No such thing.
No such
Yeah.
thing.
I'm trying to cut back.
He says that and he's got a toy show in October where he's gonna be walking around salivating, slipping in his own.
Pretty
slipping in
much.
his own-
Hey,
Touching his arm.
If they have any more than humanoids, maybe so.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
But I'll just say, you know, it's been a great time talking to you, Clay. You know, we're hitting like over the 2-hour mark now. It's been a great time talking with you.
This is our gimmick, man. We go too long.
We do go too long.
We're
Uh,
the Viagra of podcasts.
Yes.
For 4 hours.
We're about to hit 4 hours. We keep going.
Yeah, if you've been here too long, call a doctor. There's something wrong.
But I just want to thank you again for, you know, coming on and talking with us,
Man.
being a guest for tonight. It's been an amazing time. I've had a lot of fun. So
As have
again,
I.
thank you so much.
We're gonna have to cut. We're gonna have to have you come back, man.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
So
Probably-
I'd love to do it anytime.
Probably mid-July after our like wrestling stops for in Austin and
Extravaganza
back
there.
down. Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
maybe put him in the Rumble pool for the next Rumble.
We will. We could do that. We can do
Yeah.
Put me in. Put me
So-
in.
Let me in.
that. So, is there anything you want to plug? Anybody you want to plug, or, you know, business you want to give a shout out to? This is your opportunity. Plug away on the show.
Man, I say if you guys are listening to this and y'all are in, you know, Bryan, College Station, Huntsville, Houston, even. I mean, if y'all are looking to, come and do some wrestling and, try out this profession and this career, and you really got, I don't want to say that, but you got some really good options out there. But in my personal opinion, there's no place better than Lions Pride Sports in Bryan, Texas. Houston Carson is the man. I mean, he's taught me so much, and the dude is so dedicated. And there's definitely no lack of inspiration when you're there and motivation. And I don't know if you guys have been seeing all over my, my pages on social media on like Instagram and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep plugging in a bunch of my posts, see you soon. And that's always a tag in them and stuff like that. You guys are going to see me very soon. And so I think you guys ought to come to the show, June 26th show.
June 26th show.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like, and this is up in Bryan, right?
Yes, sir. At the Lions Den Professional Training Facility, 1910 Greenfield Plaza for cool summer.
Might have to make a trip up there. Might have to make a special trip because it sounds like it'd be a good debut for us to check out a Lions show.
Come on out. If y'all serious, y'all want to come, let me know. I'll get you guys. I'll drop you guys some tickets.
All right. All right.
We'll look at the logistics here and we'll see what we can do. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Right on.
That'd be really cool to go up there and check out.
I'd be glad to see you guys. I say y'all come out. We'll take pictures at the merch table. Hook it up.
Sweet.
Awesome. So again, man. Clay, thanks for coming on. Great time talking with you.
Yes, thank you so much.
So definitely follow him.
Appreciate it.
Definitely follow him on social media. Look for Hostage Hirsch. He's got a fan page. Definitely give it a like. Check him out. Follow him on that for wrestling shows out in Bryan.
Sure.
For the Lions Pride, I know messed up earlier with that, and I hope Carson doesn't kill me. It's not Lions Den, it's Lions Pride.
Yeah, we train at the Lions Den. It is Lions Pride Sports, though.
Yeah, I knew I was getting them somehow mixed up, but definitely give them a follow. Check them out. Follow them on social media. You'll see a lot of great talent, a lot of Texas talent, and just great old school NWA style of old fashioned wrestling. So
I mean, if you guys like, if y'all do follow, then y'all see him. But if you haven't, I mean, it was 2 months ago. We had Lance Archer, AEW's Lance Archer in the building. And
wow!
And Houston and Lance Archer, they've been tight for years. Him and Ricky Starks have been tight for the longest time.
Oh wow!
I said there's so much, man. I mean, we had a seminar with Ricky Starks.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude's full of knowledge, man. And you're talking about heels and stuff like that. That guy is a hell of a heel.
He's an honorable mention as well.
The intensity and like just the drive, and you can see it. Like this dude lives it. He's gonna be, once his neck gets healed up, man, he'll be long remembered.
Definitely. Yeah, if you haven't seen Ricky Stark through Texas, you definitely missed out. His Texas tours were really good. They're really something to see. So it's great to see Ricky make it out there. Sammy Guevara, another Texas boy.
Yeah, Houston boy. Yes, sir.
Houston.
Yeah, he's been on some of our shows as well.
Yeah, another great talent. I've got to see him a few times through NWA and through ROW or PWA at the time, and also through ACW. So good talent. Just a lot of great talent. Yeah, ACW is out of Dallas-Fort Worth area, I think. No, San Antonio. Anarchy Championship Wrestling. Anarchy.
Yes.
A lot of great talent there. So, as we're wrapping up, again, thanks for if you tune in this far, thank you for listening. I know it's getting long, but thank you for listening. Take care, and this is Aaron.
This is Chris.
And until next time, always unfollow, never unfriend. And this has been a great show. So later, guys.
Peace out, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Front Row Negative, a Cross the Streams media podcast.